Welcome back to Do War Forge stream of Electric Sheep. I'm Darren. I DM. And you people are?
I'm Amy. I play Isadora.
I'm Ian. I play Respite Salto.
I'm Neil. I play Esme.
I'm Laura. I play Coda.
So, when we last left our heroes, you guys had a week of downtime. Do people want to give like a short line or two kind of sentence stuff? Brief recap of what they did?
I think that'd probably be good.
Like out of character, I guess, and you can bring it up organically in character.
Yeah. We're not telling each other this in character now, but just like as an out of character.
Yeah, just like, here, I did this, this, and this thing.
Amy first!
Or like, disclose what you did like as much as you want. You don't have to have
everything.
I'll try to sum it up. As you know, Isadora's a Warforged.
What?
And considering that she, dragged two of them, out of the Red Forest and out of everything that they ever knew, she thought, I better get these guys settled in. So she went to talk to Morrison, a cleric of the Machine God. And she told him how she met his god, and it was a whole big thing. But she introduced him to Doc Lawrence, and Doc freaked out and tried to murder him, because guess what? Morrison was there during the war. And obviously he doesn't remember anything. Like the war, the war.
Genocide.
When humanoids first came to this land and fought all the Warforged.
That's revisionist.
Oh my god. I
mean, I literally just said genocide, but okay.
Continue, please, Amy.
And, apparently Carla was also there in the war, but obviously they don't remember anything because their orchestra's taken all their memories, and I had to explain to Doc, you can't kill him, he doesn't remember anything, and if you tell him, he will die. So everyone just had a bit of a sit and calm down. So then Dr. Lawrence went off to go back to the house. I talked to Morrison for a bit more as we were making our way back to the house because... Am I not clear enough?
Oh, fine for me.
Okay. Let me know if I cut out or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Morrison, packed up everything in the temple and he's gonna, come with us to join the mission because he agreed to do that before we set off for the Red Forest. But we came across Doc and Lawrence in the, on our way to the house, and they had just been attacked by Hand of Yuria members because apparently they got this message that a spy had told them that Warforged in the city were part of this big smuggling ring, and we are a traveling orphanage. They were part of this big smuggling ring, and they were gonna murder all the Warforged, so that wasn't a fun time. So we went to warn them, but the Warforged had already caught wind of what had happened, and they had fled their hiding spot, and they've gone to a safe place away from the city. But they left a message saying where they'd gone. So we might have burnt down their house to hide the message. It's not a big deal. And then... Oh, shit, yeah. Apparently some lad was built a shrine to the Machine God and died because of it, so we wanted to look into that. And we went to bully Shorty at the Watch to let us have the information. And we did. We were successfully bullied Shorty to give us what we needed. And it turns out it was
lovely. Why did you do
that?
Yeah. Why did Izzy do that?
Shorty's so chill.
Well, what happened is he said we didn't have the authority to look at the records, and I said, I'm a deputy. So then I did look at the records. Shit, what else? Yeah, it turns out that the lad died because he was trying to... How dare you? That's actually... I'm not...
Don't address it.
I'm not going to dignify that.
Rise above, Amy.
Those people died worshipping the Machine God because they tried to get too much information.
Oh, and they killed them.
They found... No, they didn't. Nobody killed them.
No, but as in it killed them trying to figure it out. Like they got too much information and their brains overloaded.
Yes, essentially.
That is
Which
rad.
sucked. Because I can't tell anyone that that's what happened either.
Oh, that's a pain.
So anyway, she took everyone back to the house. We got drunk in the kitchen. The next day, I brought them to the Baron's house, the Baron's estate. The Baron's going to let them settle in there and do what work they need to do there. We met a ghost. She's fine. Because she was living in the place that they were going to settle in.
Oh, is this the
but
like
she's...
weird artist lady?
No!
Not the one we met before? With the like
No.
auditorium,
It was...
different ghost?
No, it was a different ghost. It's alright, her name's Jemima. And yeah, basically I just got them settled in and wished them luck, so now they are safe in the Baron's estate. And I'm back here.
Like, Risbit sort of spent like 2 days sort of recovering from everything and thinking about the fact, he's got a curse in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Afterwards, he went to Alexander's place to collect his armor. Because, he hadn't had plate mail since we left.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's like, back snug and comfy. And afterwards then he went to the Barrens to spend a couple of days with his brother and among goblins, just to sort of recenter himself. And on his last night, himself and his brother went camping. And in the middle of the night they were attacked by, he woke up, 2 feet in his hand flaming as if it was on fire again, and woke up to zombies attacking them. At which point he sort of realized his brother was kind of distrusting of him now because he told his brother about the curse, and he sort of vowed not to go back that way, or at least interact with his brother if they do go back that way until the curse is healed. And then he sort of came back to Dead Man's Haven and calmed down on the 6th or 7th day, and now we're here.
Poor Risbit.
Oh yeah.
Can you hear? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, you sound okay.
Is it clear?
Sadly.
Fuck you. Okay, so Esme, being herself, had a whirlwind of adventures. On the first day, oh my god, I forgot about this. So on the first day, she pottered around the house and kind of spoke to people because that was important to her. And she went looking for Kay, and Kay was out in the woods like a loser. And then I'm not gonna lie to you guys, she definitely spied on Kay agonizing over a choice because I wanted information. Anyway, he's agonizing over a choice, and then Esme was just like, "It's me, I'm here," and he gave her a bracelet, and it's all grubby and stuff, but it's actually really nice. And they spent some quiet, alone time in the forest, which was neither quiet, and then she found out later not really alone either, which was weird.
Ugh.
Boy, same.
Before that, she also found out that there's some dark magic circle going on in the back of the magic house. So the vampire is going to get staked for that one. What else happened? Yeah, then she just went to bed. She spoke to Oliver as well about what his future is, and he just fancies Monkey, and it's cute.
Aww.
Yeah, it's real cute. Later on, it's become a bit of an issue for Red because Red seems to just be depressed, which is just wow.
Yeah, the only time I saw her, she was fucking wasted.
Yeah, that's
I
not
didn't see
surprising. That was day 1. Day 2, Esme went to Dead Man's Haven. She met with Roland, her contact. She finally found out in character that Richie, the brother of the Nasty Boy's brother who was hanging out in Yuria, has fucked off to be a little less lawful. A load of Nasty Boys died to the plague, which was great to hear. And then in general, Yuri is a bit of a shit heap, but it's home. She said she'd pop back into him before she leaves, mostly because he's going to try and get into Yuria, and she's going to just sneak him into the port. After that, she went to the Shadowfell, and then she came back, and that's fine.
Why?
Explain.
Why?
Because why not?
Hold on, I think Peter. One sec.
No, that's an excuse.
What a fucking excuse.
Get back here and talk
No,
about this.
sorry, it was. No, you were cutting out. Yeah. So day 3, she went to the Baron's house, and the Baron's house was fine. He was really disappointed in her, and she took it quite hard. And I'm lying; it was me. I took her quite hard.
Aw.
Then we hung around the house for a while. She went on a date with the Seeker because that's a thing. And then they went to Wubb's pub, and we found out that Seekers, not only can they get drunk, they get Esme told some stories. She almost drew from the deck of many things, but then she's like, no, 500 gold is better. And that proved to be a good choice in the end. Moving on from there... Oh, they had a nice really... if anyone's ever played Bioshock Infinite, you know when Elizabeth is dancing on the docks? That happened with Esme, the Seeker, and it was really beautiful. Then they went home, and they probably slept together. And then on day 4, he was hungover, so she left him behind, and she went to Yuria. She went and visited...
Going all over the place.
Yeah, you just did a whole arcs on your own. It's great.
It wasn't arcs, they were fine. She went to Yuria, she spoke with Kath. Kath is fine, a bit lonely, but we're friends, which was a really nice thing to find out. She hung around in Yuria for a little bit. No, she hung around with Kath for a little bit, talked to her, and tried to just like see what was going on, got a bit of a rundown. She heard that there were some clerics about who were charging extortionate amounts of money to cure people from the plague. Which, let's be fair, sounds awful.
It was like 850 or something, wasn't it?
It was 850 gold, yeah. And it's the poor people who are being hurt. Anyway, she fucked off out, and she organised to meet Dave, even though she said no more psychic communication, she continued to psychically communicate.
Yeah.
She met with Dave on the roof of the Nasty Boys building and caught up with him. He seems a bit sad. Greta's in Borea. She's not in Yuria. So that's a problem. But that's his problem. But we chatted and it was good, and now they're as close as ever. And then they hunted down one of the clerics. And Esme, using the Rod of Pelor and a hood and Dave's psychic powers, scared him into believing that a literal agent of Pelor is coming to provide life to the dying and to kill the bad people. And then he was scared. We stole his money. I think Dave gave it to the poor. And I'm pretty sure they're either going to come and kill us or they're scared now. Either way, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good with that. She then went to the rich district, got a courier to send a passive-aggressive letter to her dad, and then bought 2 rings, an engagement ring and something else. She left the engagement ring where she met Dave earlier in the day, because there's
You can't get engaged to your son?
No, he's definitely being sent to Borea while we look after Yuria for a little while.
Oh, okay.
And then, yeah, he's a very stressed young man. It's very sad. But then she went back into Kat's house, is getting Kath to cast a glamour on the gold band ring, and then stole expensive wine from Alexander's stores, left 1 bottle with Kat, then took 1 bottle up to her room and had a bath with Kay. And it was very nice. And it was exactly how I imagined it, which was his knobbly knees sticking out of the water and him having the best of time. And then she relaxed for the last day. It was pretty good.
You got up to a lot of stuff.
I think we all did tons.
Yeah, a lot of mine was social stuff. So the only stuff that I think of as sort of relevant.
No, tell us everything.
Not everything, but yeah. One thing that was super useful was I was talking to Lawrence, and he was talking about Polaris's like black cube of knowledge, which is like gonna take 330 years to decipher, and has like the size of your like little fingernail of that cube is like more information than it's in like a city's library. So it's like a shit ton of information, which he's gonna start deciphering, but he needs space to do it, so that's why he's setting up in the Baron's place. And he gave me basically a side quest to look for someone called Zenla, who is like a dragonborn wizard who apparently could make cities out of nothing, or like out of like a single diamond or something, like a transmutation wizard. So he wants to basically have like a fortress thing for his knowledge and books and shit. So yeah, that's one thing. She's supposed to be Xenla. She's supposed to be in the mountains between Dagdam and Yuria, so that's something to look out for eventually. I armed the militia by, like, the worst means possible. Like, I had to deal with some shit. I hope you guys are fucking grateful for everything I do. Because
Laura, literally stop. Because you did
Tell
this.
us what. That's what it was. Maybe then we'll decide to be grateful.
I know I had to set up a Goliath with a half-orc, and he wanted me to be his, like, bath servant boy, and it was just very intense, and, like, I had to watch them nearly fuck, and it was not fun. But it was really fun.
I'm sorry, did you just say get fuck?
I had to watch them fuck? Well, they were, like, fucking on the grass, and I was like, nah, I'm leaving. Yeah, it was, and also she was basically my mom, so I was like, no, I don't like this. It was my forge mom, my swamp mom, my mom away from mom. So she has a big half-orc boyfriend now, and he wants to smush me with a mole. But yeah, the militia have weapons and stuff. So that's good. I got dancing lessons from Isadora.
Yeah, it's cute.
Which was super cute. Oh, interesting fun fact. Orchestra member showed up in our bedroom to, like, just be gross. So that was fun.
You wanted a sneaky
I mean,
peek?
he wasn't.
No, but it was really,
nothing
it
was
was really
happening.
cool.
Like, we weren't, you know, doing anything. But like, he was in the corner, and then like Alexander's nose started bleeding, and like the orchestra was just watching us, and it was real gross. And that was why there's a weird dark circle of evil magic in the house, because he set up like wards so that only people whose names he spoke during the ritual are allowed into the house, so the orchestra can't come and be
That's
gross.
a likely story, and I don't believe it.
Literally watched him do it.
Actually, sorry, just to say, Isadora also had a brief talk with Alexander, and he was putting the ward over the whole house. He was outside, like,
Yeah.
drawing on the walls.
Bro, one second.
Yeah, so Amy can corroborate that story.
I'm a fan of contrast. I liked how when the voyeuristic nature of the of a orchestra, not the, of a orchestra member was revealed, you know, Coda immediately was like, no. But how did Esme react? No?
Oh, did orchestra member also watch you in K have sex?
No, they were
Didn't
watching
watch anyone have sex.
Laura. Thank you.
You watched
No, they
everyone
were
have
watching.
sex.
We were watching Esme meet with Roland, and then
Oh.
Esme sent a glass of water over because they thirsty, and I fully believe that if anyone else looked into that room, there was no one there. So Esme just went over and sat, and I said something really cool, and now I can't
Wait,
remember
you
what it
addressed
was.
the orchestra, yeah?
Yeah, because you don't watch.
I just
Like,
like the fact that
that's
both of these
stupid.
things are happening, and like Laura's like, oh no, Coda plays it off cool, you know.
Yeah,
oh.
Coda pretended he didn't see him because he didn't want to give up the fact that we can now see them.
And Neil was like,
And Neil went over and had a
Look at
chat
him.
with them.
and I was like, I love.
Literally, we had the advantage of they don't know that we can see them. But yeah, cool, well done, Neil.
It was such a nice contrast. And I was like, I fucking love D&D.
I can't believe for once I played something cool. I'm just like really happy that I played it cooler than Neil for once. Let me just have this moment.
Technically, Neil played it cooler because he went over and acted natural about it.
Yeah, but now they know that we know.
They
Oh,
know.
well.
Neil
maybe
knows.
Galadriel mental.
Shush.
Maybe.
No, that didn't happen. I need to find what I said. It was something really cool. No, like
Wow.
I was. What?
No, I'm saying it was cool.
Oh, good.
But
Find the thing.
but yeah.
What else
He-
did I do? Oh no, you had more stuff.
No, you keep.
No,
going.
you go on.
No, I don't think there was much else relevant. There's some other stuff, but I'm not gonna get into it because it was like RP based and not relevant at the moment.
Is it things that will come up again, though?
Probably, yeah, but I don't think it's super. I went on a lovely tour of the Underdark. I now have double advantage on Underdark related nature and survival rolls or something, because I got a big
On
tour
the surface
of
level.
on the surface level of the
Underdark
Underdark.
is ahead of
Yes.
us.
So that's a thing. Yeah, went to Wubb's pub. Broke into the Baron's house. That was pretty much it. Found his big vault of gold.
I was nice to the Baron. I asked permission.
I mean, I was drunk, so.
Beans is what I'd say.
I avoided the Baron because I wasn't sure what my hand would do to him.
Fair. I mean, I broke into his house, so. Oh, that's a very good line, Neil. I like that line. But yeah, that's me. Other stuff is all RP stuff that will probably come up at some point, but isn't relevant now, so.
Right. So that's
only
pretty
20
much-
minutes into the game and we're gonna start.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not? Hey, it's all part of it's part of the game. It's not like this.
True.
Isn't part of
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, no, that's cool. That's solid recappage. But yeah, right, so it's around like lunchtime, you know, everyone has a nice lazy lie in, you know, everyone gets ready, gets dressed. You know, it's great. You guys are in the kitchen having grub, having fun, having a nice old time all together, very family, very homely. It's nice. Like that scene in the Avengers. With shawarma.
This house is about to blow the fuck up.
No,
and you
we
all
just
know
warded it. Oh.
It's about to fucking blow up.
No.
No one has a nice family moment in D&D unless they're about to die.
Well, I'll just show my stuff out and why I have a build up on it. Just don't mind. If I was near a door, I'd close it for comedic effect. I'm angry I can't reach my door from here.
You need to get a little
So angry.
soundboard to play sounds.
Oh my god, yes. Where's my phone? Anyway. You know, I was meant to do this actually. I was meant to post top-down maps of the Baron and Alexander's estates because it keeps changing. It was like the shack that was a hovel, and then it was like a fucking 2-level. Everyone had a room, a living area, and a firehouse the next time. You know, but I like it. It's all fun. It's all orchestra, guys. Orchestra. Anyway, so yeah, you guys are having a nice time. Nice one. And you hear a very rolling, cackling laugh coming from the workshop stairs.
Darren?
Hello? Hello?
Sorry, you're cutting out like crazy.
Oh, really?
Oh, not for me. I can hear him fine.
It wasn't for me either.
That's
Not
you,
me
Amy.
either.
No, I have
Sorry.
a spike
Really?
on my connection. Oh,
No, he
weird.
sounded fine to me.
Oh, funky. Okay, sorry.
Oh,
Basically, is it clear now, Amy?
Yeah, for the moment. Yeah, no, go on.
Sorry. Essentially, when you guys are having food, you hear a rolling, cackling laugh coming from the workshop stairs.
Darren is Alexander here?
Yeah, he's kind of like taking a big bite out of his shawarma, and he's kind of like, you know, like mouthful of food, like looks up and looks at you and says, it's not mine.
Esme stands up and is like, that sounds like it's for me. I'll be back in a sec.
This is Bao.
I'm telling you, it definitely is, and I don't know why, because I didn't bring him to the house.
I'm going with you.
Let's see.
Yeah, Esme just like sneaks out towards the door downstairs.
Elizabeth follows her.
Yeah,
Are you, is it figuratively sneaking or are you literally sneaking?
I feel like she's Scooby-Doo sneaking, so not sneaking at all.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. Oh, Scooby-Doo sneaking for days. Yeah, you creep down the metallic stairs down to the workshop. You know, the winding staircase, and you peer in. You know, you can kind of hear like like someone's kind of like clearly deep in thought. And when you peer, like, you know, kind of like Breakfast Club, everybody leans around the corner kind of thing.
Yes.
You see like an energy field has kind of like appeared around the portal. It's kind of like the rim of the runes, the like protective ward, like essentially that Alexander put up. And in this area, like right beside the portal, is the Baron and like 6 goblins, like all armed to the teeth, and they're all just kind of looking around. It's like, well, this stops this plan.
Esme falls forward. It's like, oh, it's fine. It's just you.
He's like, Esme, I've been trapped. Save me.
I get into the goblins and ask him what's going on.
He's like, oh, boss, we were just saying, and he came in and was like, we're going on an adventure. And he's like, and Baron's like, I didn't say that. You're lying. It was your idea. And he's like,
I would like to insult the goblins.
For a buddy. The Baron's like, hey, look, I helped set up a portal. I've never used it before. Now I did. Where am I?
Esme opens by saying, Baron, you're a liar. You walked in on Kath having sex. And 2...
Hey, a gentleman never tells. Oh, I have no nose, but I'd flick it if I could.
Hey, Darren, I got
She screams.
Esme does scream, can't confirm. Risbet, yeah, the goblins are telling the truth. The Baron most likely roped them into some weird little situation.
Esme screams are really...
Please tell us what's going on.
Say that again?
He's saying to the Baron, like, just please tell us the truth. What's going on?
I like, everyone was coming in drips and drabs to my house. I got worried, maybe they're dead. So then I came looking for you, and I brought this. And he just holds up like a basically big crusty, rusty old sword. He's like, in case someone started something. And he's kind of like, like waving it around kind of thing. And he's like, no thanks are necessary, but why am I trapped here now? Yes.
Here?
He's not actually trapped. There's a portal behind him, but he's an idiot. Yes.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. I thought the portals were there.
Hold on. So it's not like he's in some kind of field.
Oh, no. Essentially, yeah, because when I described Alexander putting up the runes, I realized if anyone who isn't you guys came through a portal would just like instantly detonate. And I was like, that's really counterproductive, especially since Alexander knows what's going on. So, I designed it so like essentially, yeah, there's like a radius of 10 feet around the portal, so like people can come through, but they can't like walk forward. It's essentially like a waiting room kind of thing set up. So like since their names haven't been added to the runes, they can't walk any further. And if they try to force it, they'll essentially like get hurt. So that's why they're just kind of all standing there like, what's going on? Because it's kind of cramped. Because like there's like it's like the goblin and like 7 fucking like or it's the Baron and 7 goblins. I know goblins are tiny, but they stack.
Esme like crows up the stairs. Alex, get down here!
He like appears from the door frame with like again a mouthful of shawarma.
Alex, we have guests.
Okay. Okay. Was there need to no? Okay. Where?
What? They're here by the portal. Let them in. We need you to whitelist this hoop-de-doo.
Fine.
I have more names. There's definitely at least one handsome man who needs to come through here.
Give me the names and I'll go off and do it. It's an interesting practice, so I'll require some privacy. Do tell.
Baron, is your name just Baron?
Out of character, it's Baron Jonathan Tobias Wigglewaddle the Bald?
Yeah, and everyone would know, like, people would know that in character.
I forget.
No, that's fair, because I refer to him on Baron and literally everything else. And he's like, Baron Wigglewaddle will do. And Alex is like, yeah, it probably will. Who's the handsome man that's coming through, isn't he?
Roland, whatever I gave their second name as.
I don't actually have a second name because I just refer to them as the Orr brothers anytime clearly both of us are after forgetting their names. It's always like, the Orr brother, yeah, him, because it's always Roland, Richie, and Raymond.
I think they have a name.
But yeah, Esme pulls a Army of Darkness, and she's like, Roland. He's like, yes, very good. And
yeah,
the goblins give their names respectively, that kind of thing. And he's like, okay, I'll go off and do the thing.
It's like the Frau Blucher noise every time they say the second name of the Orr brothers. Horses neigh in the distance.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah. So Alex is like, all right, I'll go edit the server command. It's fine. Just relax. He like waddles off with like his pocket full of shawarma.
So graceful.
Oh yeah, the most graceful, like really exotic, ancient wear, like clothes, and he's like, "Ooh, a pocket. This will hold my kebab." But yeah, he goes off and does that, and like the Baron can essentially, like, after a couple of minutes, like he's kind of like tapping his foot, like he can suddenly, like you see the runes flash and he can walk freely. And he's like, so, we have a battle plan to plan for battle.
Which battle are you referring to?
The political one, Icarus.
What politics?
Oh.
He puts both hands on Risbeth and he's like, the devil.
The deadliest battle of all.
Get out while you can, my boy.
Risbeth just walks back up the stairs.
Oh.
Well, look, let's not stand in the portal room chatting. Let's get you settled in and we can get to work.
He's like, but I have like a map drawn up and everything back home. I'm really proud of it.
Oh, you wanted to go to the estate?
Yes!
Okay, let me grab my stuff.
Risbeth's pretty much ready to go as he is.
I'll take about like 20 minutes to get ready because I've got loads of forge gear to pack up into Henry.
That's fair. The Baron essentially just walks over to the like portal and is picking like a goblin up by the side and he's like, in you go! And he just
Oh my god!
We didn't need to let them through the wars. This was a waste of time.
Poor Alex!
Is he gonna come with us?
I don't think he's going with us for this portion. I think he's going to come through later because he's got like a job and stuff. Isn't that right, Darren? Am I wrong?
Yeah, he says he has to go to work. He
Okay.
works for the...
He's going to join us for the dinner, and if we need him for anything else, we can holler.
Yeah. Like today, he's like in work in quotations, that kind of thing. But like pretty much any other day, he can be like, hey, do you want to come do this thing? It's like, yeah, sure. But like for the dinner itself, he'll be available and stuff.
He just goes to work when he feels like it.
Yeah, it's like waltzes in wherever he wants. Bones hates him, and Simmons is just like, I think he's neat.
Okay.
And cool, yeah. So you guys accompany the Baron back to the go through the portal. There's a whizzing and a blinding flash, and wada bing, bada boom, you're back. He leads you you guys arrive back in his mansiony home thing. And company up to his it's the hallway that his room is at the end of, but he kind of veers off to the right, and it's kind of like a war room in quotation. Is Neil here?
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
All right, yeah, no, because Kay was last seen with Esme. I'm gonna say Kay's here because he wasn't asked to come. He just went. He was like, I have to do a thing, so he's just here. It's very much a case of oh, try and stop me, motherfucker, like that kind of thing. But not that he's aggressive about it. He's just he literally just goes with the crowd. But yeah, the Baron sits people down, and he's like, right. So the dinner is soon. Wiggly hand. He says, wiggly hand. So yes, okay. So we need to devise a plan. I have a small plan, but we need to devise a plan. So everybody, put your thinking caps on.
Esme immediately raises her hand.
Okay.
Is that go?
It is certainly not. It was okay, but we can say it was go. Let's go. Okay.
But is that okay go? Or is it okay the whole spiel?
His mate. Speak or forever hold your peace.
Oh, okay. So what we do is, it's pretty easy. I just did it. We go and collect our blue psychic alien. We put him on the roof, and then we have him drive all of the people there insane.
You are
And then we kill
forbidden
the
to speak.
Well, it's a great plan. You have no better plan than that yet.
He just goes over and sits down. He's like, no, continue. And he gets back up and he says, it's my house. I don't have to do what you say.
Wait, whose house are we in?
We're now in the Baron's house.
No one told me. I said BRB.
We went to the portal into the Baron's house. We're in his war room.
Yeah, he has a little war room set up. It's got a nice little map of Yuria. He's got a few sketches of the tower, etc., etc. He's like, right, so what we know is, and we're running out of favors for the resistance, by the way. We're going to have to start, doing them favors to get us favors. And you know how this, I scratch your back, you scratch mine, knick-knack, paddywhack, stab a dude in an alleyway goes. So yeah, right. And he gets a big stick and he points to the tower and he's like, we're going here. Okay, everybody take notes. We're going here.
Coda is taking so many notes.
And he points at like the base of it. He's like, "You'll start here, and you'll probably end up." And he just starts like running up and down the tower here somewhere. No, everybody who's everybody is going to be there. Okay, so that's good. So you gotta mingle. You gotta find secrets. Let people drink, be merry. Feign drinking. No drinking. There is a no drink rule. I need you all to be on tip-top shape. If you're drinking, fake it, pour it out, pull it in a plant, throw it in someone's face, stab a man, who knows?
Can I
Get
drink
rid of
water?
I will allow it.
Thank you.
He's like, yes, we need to be in tip-top shape. Let everyone else get drunk and be silly while we use that to our advantage. So, basically, we need to infiltrate, Infiltrate it's not infiltrating the dinner is easy. We've been invited. They're basically handing us a key. Meet the queen. You'll probably have to meet the queen since you're being invited. So meet the queen. Don't mess it up. Pick her brain. Get on her good side. See what she knows. It's the literal. Don't take her hostage or anything. Don't do anything crazy. We're using some of our contacts to essentially ensure that there will be a man on the inside should things go really south. And we need like an escape strategy, that sort of thing, which we will get to later at the end of the presentation. Don't mess up that. So we need to use this dinner to gain as much information on our enemy as possible. And who are our enemy, kids?
Everybody on the inside.
The orchestra?
He's like, that's a very broad stroke right there.
The bourgeoisie.
He looks at
Technically not wrong either.
You're the bourgeoisie!
I'm trying not to be, okay? I can be a self-hating bourgeoisie if I like Isadora.
He nods at Izzy and he's like, yes, the orchestra. We need to find out the leader of their little seeker program. See if they are in there, because he wouldn't know about Mother.
Esme holds up her hand.
He's like, yes, Esme.
I saw a blue skin. Well, no, I heard about a blue skin seeker with a porcelain face. Does that help?
He's like, no, that sounds utterly horrifying. And Kay is like, that's
I think it's got something to do with that weird kid monkey.
Well, golly,
Esme wouldn't call her a weird kid. It's probably got something to do with monkey.
He's like, okay, well, I don't have any monkeys, but okay.
Sorry to interrupt. Out of character, what are Red Monkey doing?
Oh yeah, that they're essentially gonna stay in Alexander's for a bit, because I realized this conversation didn't come up, and like essentially I guess a little retconny. Or it'll probably come up when we talk to Alex again eventually. But essentially they're staying with him for a bit to get their bearings, because they obviously can't return to the city due to the fact that like Red's wanted, and because like they know her like as a soldier, and Monkey is like kind of very distinguishable, but equally because like since Oliver and Monkey have kind of gotten a little bit close, like and his parents are nearby in Dead Man's Haven in kind of like a safe zone area, he's gonna just hang around too for a bit until like the call to not the call to arms, but like until something massive like is required. I'm gonna say that was given to you by Kay.
Okay.
Kay just says that like when he's like, oh yeah, when like Esme mentions Monkey, he says that kind of thing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, like that's the.
I don't think anyone talked to them.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, I realize like. Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine. That's okay. But yes, the theory, Laura, is that is indeed protected from the orchestra. But
I
yes,
like that you said theory.
Well, yeah, but like I'm not going to confirm nor deny things.
I know.
Against the fun. What's happening? Right. What? Yeah, I mean, he is
so fast.
They do. Yeah, it's like I love how it's like my youngest is like he had a god sword and she's a goddamn telepath. But anyway, Baron is like, right, you need to mingle. The rumor is, and they're unveiling some massive project before the dinner, and then the dinner will happen that evening, where they'll probably celebrate it and pat themselves on the back for being such geniuses. So if they're unveiling a project, it's probably bad news bears for us. So we're going to need you to, mingle, talk to who you can, grease a few palms, bribe a few people. Like, don't try, kill people only if it's a last resort. and it's a case of like, well, after we do this, we gotta run kind of thing because you can't like hiding bodies is very hard. So keep that on as like plan Z. But yes, mingle. Collect as much info from like socializing as you can, because then comes the really fun part. And like he like oh. There's a lot of echo through you, Neil. I couldn't hear what you said.
Is this the part where we kill the queen?
Like if you have a shot at her, I guess, but just know that like if the queen's there, her like bodyguards and like her death guard and like literally everybody who will kill you will be there. So just unless you can get her alone somehow, then go for it. But like it's if like they deploy, like no offense to the gentleman gestures to K, the shit ones out on the street willy-nilly, chances are they have the good ones up in the tower beside their literal leader. So you know what I mean?
I can teleport. No, I'm not going to do this. It sounds like it sounds like a bad idea. Good convincing plan.
He's like, brilliant! And he like rolls up a sheet and there's like another sketch of it's literally like an outline sketch of the tower, but there's just a square with like a treasure chest, and he's like, we need to go here. No, when essentially you're going to the dinner, so you'll get past like the front security pretty easily because you'll be dinner guests. This is when the fun begins. You need to like get into their records room, find any dirt that can help us, like plans, who's in whose pocket, anyone we can squeeze, poke, stab, bribe, strangle, any like loose nuts in the system that we can just twist a bit too wrong in the wrong direction and everything comes crumbling. Like get as much dirt on them as possible. Is that cool?
Out of character, yes.
Do you have any idea exactly where the records room is? Like, do we have... Would blueprints be a thing that exists?
The Baron
is that room.
And then K is like the 57th floor.
Oh, right, of course. Do you know KD? Oh, well, I mean, I guess it's not like you're coming with us. Can you just map of the exact route there?
He might be able to.
What? That's a terrible idea.
He agrees.
No offense, but...
Yeah, no, he's like, no. He's like, as much as Seekers are connected, and we tend to kind of look the same in terms of our.
They'll know.
Yeah, they'll know immediately that I'm not one of them. And also, while he's doing this, he's like fully animated and stuff because he's got like the animated magic on the Fritz the whole time. Not Fritz, sorry, but he's got it on the go.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's like essentially drawing like a route, and he's like, oh, if you go up here where the dinner will most likely be held, and he's like circling like kind of a large like chunk. He's like, this will be on floor 48. If you go up to like 57 and go down here, he's like, you'll need to get a key, as you'd imagine, off like a pretty high up individual. They all carry keys. Their keys are kind of like not one size fits all, but like they're very arrogant in the sense that their defenses is like, oh, if they got this far, they deserve to get the reward, that kind of thing. So if you can get a key off a pretty, like, just check a dude with enough badges or like who looks pretty much more spiffy and in like kind of more military like style uniform than like say the people in suits or in nice dresses, chances are they have a key. So I'll leave getting the key up to you, but once you get that key, all you got to do is navigate, avoid the patrols, which again I know is much easier said than done. But you'll get there. And he's like, he draws like floor 57 records room, and he's like, he pauses and he's like, I would like to request something.
Who, Kay?
Yeah, Kay is essentially like looks back at the like group as he's like drawing the map kind of thing.
Okay.
He's like, floor 62 is where Seeker records are connected, or not connected, sorry, kept. Would it be trouble for you to break in and hopefully get my file so I can, know who I was before all this?
Will the key for the records room get us into that room as well?
He thinks it over and he's like, no. You will probably need...
He'll think of something.
Yeah, it's a case of you can either think of something or you'll need a key off pretty much anyone who's directing a Seeker or a Seeker. They're your two options. I know it's a lot to ask. I know, obviously, if the risk is not worth the reward, I understand. It's just, I would throw my hat in the pile, that kind of thing.
We will do our best.
Yeah, of course. I know, like, your main mission is subterfuge, like dirt. But if you can, go for it. That's all I'm asking. But yeah, he essentially draws like a map to the point where like you guys know like roughly if you got on your own, you could kind of navigate to it within reason. That sort of thing. He's like, yes, but and he nods to the Baron. He's like, no, he's right. The Queen will be most likely like guarded beyond belief. So, again, unless one of you can get her alone, the chances of actually killing her are pretty slim.
And I don't think that should be our main goal either, because if we do, and even assuming we get away with it, like, that's it. That's going to start all out war. And I think we need to avoid that for as long as we can.
He nods and he's like, the Queen has a lot of influence.
And his reign.
Yeah, I know. I saw it years ago. I'm really sorry.
It's been so long.
Oh shit! Sorry, Ian. I apologize.
No.
I didn't say that.
It was more like a thing of like, he'll wait. You keep doing your thing.
No, it's okay. Yeah, no, I apologize. I didn't say it. I also have Discord open. I never have the map open for some reason. I don't fucking why actually. Anyway, sorry. Where was I? Crap, I can't remember now. Oh yeah, no, about murdering the Queen. He's like, as much as the Queen has a lot of influence, you have to understand that the Guild, the Hand, all have many heads. It's not just like a snake. You cut off the head and it dies. It's very much like a Hydra, which is a lot of snakes. I hate snakes. And he's like, but yes, killing the Queen would do a lot. It would certainly help. It would because the people who govern her and who rumors are control her would obviously still have to go about their way, but they'd also have to make sure public opinion is fine and we're doing everything. It would cause chaos, but it's not an easy fix to this long-term problem, that sort of thing. Who knows? Maybe we'll get to her eventually, but I personally just want to kill Mother. Yeah, her council of lord.
Wait, what? You were killing Mother?
Yeah.
Why do I forget? I forgot that you have an issue with Mother. As in the Mother of Seekers.
Yes, the person who single-handedly did this to me. That kind of person.
Wait, is this Kay or the Baron?
Oh, this is Kay.
Sorry. I thought it was the Baron. It was like the Baron suddenly has a connection with this.
The Baron's seeker.
He's sneaked Kay's jacket off, and he's like, "I'm a seeker now." Just pouring yellow.
He's got a really bad paper mache mask on.
Look at me. I'm Woody. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Yes.
But yeah, Kay is like, yeah, no, my top priority is I know it's selfish, but I'm killing Mother, so. But you know what I mean. To Mother, we have to lead a revolution. It's all in the same pile. Moving on. But yeah, I won't be going. And he's like, that one has his hand up for a long time, and he gestures to Risbit. Risbit, you have the floor.
Yes. So you said to gather dirt on them. Yes.
I did indeed.
What's the difference from their dirt and the dirt outside this building?
Kay just drops the quill and walks off. And Baron's like, no, he's got a point.
Dirt is dirt.
The dirt outside can be used to grow things. It's full of vitamins and nutrients, and the dirt that we gather on our enemies is going to be used to destroy them. So one dirt nourishes, and the other withers.
Evil dirt.
Pardon?
Evil dirt, but the good kind of evil. It's okay.
Okay. Thank you, Isadora.
Welcome.
Baron is like, so. Hello.
Yeah, you went a bit.
Yeah, no, yeah. I looked at my thing. It went crazy. Ooh, that spike. It's back to green now. Yeah, Baron's like, any questions? We have to get you guys dressed up. I have a guy who can give you a discount. Oh, stop that. I accidentally clicked on fucking Photoshop.
Again.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Right. So yes, the Baron's like, right. We need to get dressed for the occasion. I have a guy who can give you a discount. He's in the rich district. He's a little gnome. He's very nice. His name's Bruce. He runs a little clothes shop. It's not that far from Jenkins, that guy that you guys helped that one time.
Yeah, we all just kind of look at each other.
Why does nobody like Jenkins?
Jenkins doesn't like Isadora.
Why does
Do it. Jenkins again?
Why not Jenkins? The fucking... Oh my god, the Flintons, not
Flintons?
Jenkins.
Okay,
I
Jenkins
apologize.
was the bard, yeah!
Oh.
Yeah. Scratch
We
that.
love
I apologize. Yes, yeah, that's why I was like, what the fuck
The
happened when I was
Flintons are
gone that
lovely,
everybody...
no?
Well, the Flintons
Everybody
are
get...
great.
Everybody
Well,
gets
yeah,
rid
I
of
love
it.
him
Fucking
though.
hate the
He's
Flintons.
great with his like little wooden ships. He's fave.
He's insane, Laura.
I
Move
love
him.
him.
Oh,
Shit.
yeah.
Guys, he gave us a shit ton of money. What did we do with that?
You put it in the corner. You put it in the $3,000 for the ship to sail away to Nullheim corner.
Yeah, I think there was
and we're
a.
like, "We can't spend
Okay.
this." So
No, that's-
Esme straight
that's
up has
fine.
like a like coin purse with an asterisk that just has like contains $3,000.
It's just because I had $1,000 and then I was like, did I spend the boat money?
Dear
Oh,
God.
if I was but a cruel DM.
Esme
be
checks
fair-
the bag of
To be
holding.
fair, when he gave you that gold, he did like pull out like a mini safe, and it was just like, here, have some of it. I just threw it at you. So like, he ain't like, unless like he's built an army himself. Who knows? Hashtag Flinton
Which
Army.
he
2K.
definitely has. Like, let's be real.
But yeah, essentially, Baron's like, any questions or like, is there anything else, like anything concerns, or that's like the general outline kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's a better plan than what we had, which was nothing. Yeah, I guess I'm just nervous because we're walking like right into the lion's den.
That's not. He's like has like a pointy baton sticky thing, and he's like, no, I completely understand. The escape plan now, and he's essentially he has like the map of Yuria, and hold on, actually, I'll swap over to it 1 second.
I mean, if everything goes according to plan and we get what info, we just walk out of there again, right?
I mean, in theory, yes, but just on the it's more a case of it's a safe route because you'll be leaving the dinner after curfew. So, like, you know what I mean? It's a case of like making sure you guys get like the least seen, the path of least resistance, if you will. But okay, so hold on. Let me just get the try thingy. I'm gonna just leave this on the map for good because fuck, removing it.
What was that
right,
purple
we're all
X?
on the.
I'm trying to remember
purple
what
X?
that was. Yeah.
What was that? The purple X.
Was
I
that
have
the
no
was that the
clue.
heist? That might have been the heist.
It was the heist. I think it was.
And
the
the red
heist.
X was the seeker warehouse.
Yes.
What was the
Oh.
big black circle then?
Oh, that's new. You can't see that.
Oh, that's new. Okay.
So yeah, he's gonna draw like. You
You got closer to the mic there. That was a bit creepy.
No, that's for sure. Did you hear that? No, it doesn't. Yeah, so he draws this. Yo, I'm pretty sure Cat's house is around here. Wiggly
Cat's
hand. Who
house
gives a
was.
shit?
Well, it is now.
It is now.
That was the area where Cat's house.
I
was.
thought she was closer to the rich, like where closer to where the purple X is, but I'm probably completely wrong.
It'll be grand around here
Sure.
somewhere.
Be grand.
In this area, who knows? He has a really broad map. Who gives a shit? Anyway, he's like, right. So this is the best laid. This path will have the least patrols, and there's only one tower you have to worry about. The eye towers. It's like they've like here, and he like gestures to this part of the map, and he's like, they've kind of like, I don't know, neglected this side of the city for some reason. I don't know why. We're just going to use it to our advantage. Better not to look a gift horse in the mouth, as they say. But yes, I will work with getting an inside man, not an inside man, but someone to essentially meet you along the way and help escort you, just on the off chance that things do generally go really fucking wrong and you have to like hightail it or something. So you'll have a little bit of I'm still working on that, but I am confident that come the time we will have a bit of reinforcements. Is that okay with you, or is there anything else you'd like? Is there, or like, do you have a better plan? Give me a like. Hey, you're all like sphinxes here. Hey, oh wait.
I mean, no, I don't have a better plan, is the answer to that.
I think you all know I don't.
I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen?
Coda starts listing off an alphabetized list of all the worst things that could happen.
Esme slaps Coda. He's like, shut up! Don't start. I'm sure it's fine. We'll be fine. We'll all die together, but we'll be in pretty dresses.
Is that a requirement?
Probably not. I'm sure... Ooh, let's get pantsuits. I love pantsuits.
Yeah, that could work.
I can't wait to charge it to Esme's father. So excited.
I mean, that's what he said. You agreed that was the deal. He would pay for our clothes. He had to go.
Yeah, he did.
Very soon to do such a thing.
Yeah, I really hope you walk in and there's just a picture of her face and said, "Do not dress this woman."
He's blacklisted you at every tailor's in town.
I will walk into that party naked. He is not better than me. Anyway, Esme thinks it's a good plan.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool, yeah. He's like, right, well, like, again, I'll go back to, like, making sure, like, essentially figure out my end of the stuff, like, fine-tuning things. But yeah, I guess, I mean, like, just military salutes, and he's like, dismissed? I didn't think this far ahead.
Baron, thank you for all your help. Really, I don't know where we'd be without you.
Oh, it's pish posh, it's fine.
Yes, thank you. You are a brilliant man.
And he's like, if anything has to change in the plan, in the sense of, like, if we find out of new intel that needs stealing, or, like, you know, a specific, like, you need to get this document, I will let you know. But for the time, let's just jump into the records room where they keep all their nitty-gritty secrets and just, you know, sticky fingers, everything. But yeah. And he's like, well, I don't know what to do with myself or my hands in this situation, so I'm going to go. And he just goes. So yeah, you guys are left in the war room with Kay. The Baron has just climbed out the window. What have you, friends? What do?
Are we going back to Yuria now?
We should probably go and get our gear.
I thought we brought, out of character, I thought we brought our gear, like, from Alex.
Yeah.
Well, like, we should also probably close the chapter of the Dead Man's Haven. Like, make sure everyone goes where they're supposed to be going.
Yeah, I mean, if you have things to do back in Dead Man's Haven, let's go.
Yeah, Esme does. Oh, wait, hold on. Darren, how long has it been since my trip to the Shadowfell?
It was like day 2, wasn't it? Or day 3? Hello?
Yeah, he answered you, Neil.
Yeah.
I didn't hear him because something happened.
Oh, weird.
No, it was like day 2 or 3. So it's been like what, 3 days, 4 days, maybe at the max.
Oh, I have to wait another week.
Why?
Because I ordered something in Dead Man's Haven and I'm not going to leave without it. That would be silly.
It's
So
also
technically
worth
it's
noting
different.
that you guys have access to, like, portals, so you can literally come back here.
Yeah,
anytime.
like, we can go to Yuria, but, like, go back and forth.
Like, that's what I was saying to, like, Laura with Coda. It's like, oh yeah, technically him and Alex could, like, literally, you know, get dinner every night, because, like, all Coda has to do is, if you're in the Baron, just walk through the portal. If you're in Yuria, just instead of sleeping in rows, you could just, like, I'm going to go to the portal room and just zip back. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. So, like, certainly, if you guys want to stay in Dead Man's Haven, I'm not, like, trying to nudge anyone along. It's just, don't think that it's, like, cut off. That's what I mean. You essentially unlock fast travel to Dead Man's Haven. That's the best way to put it in video game terms.
Darren,
What?
I can't believe you cut off Dead Man's Haven.
I know, right? I cut off 10
Oh,
years.
Darren.
Esme, what did she order?
Oh, it's nothing. I also need to get Roland because he needs to come through the portal because that would make his life easier.
Oh, fucking shit, it's nothing. With you, it's everything.
What?
Oh!
Oh wow.
Kay's just like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Darren, I would like to
sir,"
say you
and
can't
walks over
fight
to a
here. This is the
chair.
war room. Boom! Reference made. I die. Coda dies. I'm done. I don't care anymore.
Esme jumps on the table, grabs Coda's head, and slams it into the thing.
Kay just goes and finds an armchair and sits and is like, you can continue with the show.
I feel I really want to just be like, oh, go get drunk again. But I didn't. Anyway, Esme is like, alright, no, actually, if we can just keep jumping back and forth, that's fine. Let's go to Yuria.
It might be an idea to go before the dinner so we can see what's going on.
It's fine. I've been there.
Oh, you were there.
Yeah, it's fine. It's really not a big deal. There's ICM robots hiding in alleyways. There's a blue-skinned porcelain-faced seeker. Clerics are mean. Poor people are dying. It's fine. It's literally Yuria. But sure, if you're in a rush, let's go.
No, if you want to go to Deadman's Haven, I don't mind. It might be an idea
Oh,
to
yeah,
get
no, I
bearings
remember.
before the tower.
Hey, I have a more important question. Kay!
He looks up and he's like, yeah.
Do you remember anything? You're a man who knows his way about the various towers. Were you ever in the Mage's Tower?
Briefly.
Did you ever go to the alien room?
The what?
Okay, so this thing happened where we saw aliens, okay? And they were real. And I told a lot of people about them, and I will continue to do so. I will put my hand on my heart about it. But then I went to the Mage's Tower and I spoke to some beautiful woman, and then she was like, "No, that's fake." And then there wasn't a door there anymore. Do you know how that could have happened?
Everybody feels a weird tingling sensation in their ears. It's as if you were about to forget, about to not remember. It hurt from the orchestra, but it's kind of like, and then it fades. As if the cobwebs have been cleaned away.
Oh.
Oh, well. So that was our fun friend. Oh my god, maybe that's the leader of the orchestra. Guys, can we go and blow up the Mage's Tower?
No.
Why? It's literally, that's where they're hiding.
Okay, how? How do you want to blow up the Mage's Tower and get away with it?
I don't know. People know how to cast spells.
Unless you can give me a
Esme-
step-by-step plan as to how to blow up the Mage's Tower and get away with it, we're not doing it.
Esme shakes the rod of Valor in Izzy's general direction. Like, this is all I can do. I just have God on my side. I don't have fire.
I think there's a time and place we could discuss that sort of plan when we have, an army or allies.
I think we should talk about it in Yuria, draw them out, and then kill them in an alley like that.
Yeah, just kill every enemy we have. That'll go super well.
I'm not suggesting we burn their bodies before we search them or anything. I'm just saying we just make it easier to search their pockets.
Hey Neil.
To be fair.
Do you want some Madara's popcorn with your salt?
So basically, as Esme delivers that line, you hear a screeching sound, and then Kay is like, "Oh, sorry, I just thought I'd play this violin for you because you're always fucking whinging."
You are literally the most bipolar person I've ever met. I'm going through the portal now. Goodbye.
Where are we going?
I don't know. Away now. I'm annoyed. I'm going to Cat's house. Rose likes me. She just goes through the door.
I'll follow Esme.
Yes, let's go.
Yeah, so the party bid Kay farewell, and he's like, "I'll hang around here for a while. Go get drunk at Whoop's Pub." Yeah, you guys go through the portal with a flashlight, zippity bop. You guys appear in a very, very familiar, wooden floorboard room with red wallpaper.
Kath, I'm back!
The door slowly opens. There is no response.
I'm running to where she was painting the last time I saw her.
The painting that you saw her do is pretty much 95% complete. It just looks like nobody's home.
Esme opens the door and she's like, Pip! Psst, Pip!
There is no reply as Esme looks up and is like, Pip, where the fuck are you? She noticed that there's something long sticking out of like the side of the house, and when she turns her head to the left, there is an arrow stuck in the side of the house.
Esme closes the door and she's like, guys, I don't want to alarm you, but the house has been attacked. I have one more test before I start to get scared. Rose, can you groan if you are in fact okay, or
the floorboards creak.
Okay, so it's definitely Rose. We are not in another Yuria, as we would often find ourselves in these situations. But the house has been struck by an arrow. So, let's go outside. Oh yeah, as I was saying, I wore my breather in the hopes that, like, the Red Forest ones, in the hopes that we wouldn't get plagued. So, maybe it's an option. And Esme just puts hers back on.
Yeah, that's fair.
Isidore will put hers on, like, just for the look of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll put mine on, I guess. I suppose Risbeth doesn't need it because he's, like, immune to diseases, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Esme would like to look at the arrow, Darren.
Yeah, it just looks like a scrawny, haphazardly, like, not elegant thing. Like, think like bottom of the barrel banded arrow, kind of like, the feathers at the back are like more like twigs. The stick is kind of like, not pared down correctly, and the arrowhead is kind of like poorly sharpened.
But the rest of the front of the house looks okay. Like, it's not all burned or
yeah, no, like it's literally just like a single arrow is like stuck in the random part of the door.
Anything else going on out here? Yeah.
So, say it again, guys.
How does the rest of the street look?
As you kind of step down, you hear a crack of thunder, and it begins to rain. You see these kind of really low-hanging, dense-looking clouds are floating around. Not walking around, floating around, like watering the city. As you look up and look around, your ears start to tingle a little, and again, it's kind of like tingles but fades. And you see what looks like these weird, distorted creatures, like walking around the city, like think of like giant tripods kind of thing. But like literally no one's reacting to them. They're just kind of like softly stepping over everything. It kind of looks like the orchestra hats, those kind of like weird warped metal with like kind of like really thin circular like etchings. It's kind of like of that, but it's like animated. It's like a weird triangle of that, and these three spindly, like really dull, kind of bronzy legs, just like really rubber hosey animation-y kind of thing, like in 1920s like silent cartoons, like just stepping over the buildings, like looking left, right, and center and stuff. But like no one is reacting. They're not exactly reacting to people. Like you can blatantly see one pass over like a load of people, and like it's just steps, and like it steps in between them like easily, and like it's looking down on them, but like nothing's happening. And it's just walking around.
Are these creatures just walking, or are they like observing? What are they doing?
Some are perched up on the roofs, just looking down, kind of like, say, maybe like a cat, just like peering over a wall, maybe looking at like, I don't know, prey or just something weird. Some are perched up on buildings, just looking down. Others are just walking in and out, looking left to right. Nothing major. Like it's kind of just looks like they're not keeping watch, but I suppose keeping an eye out for any trouble, that sort of thing.
Okay.
And I'm assuming the party don't be like, what is that?
No.
Is there still a seeker posted up in the alleyway near cats?
From what you can tell, no. I mean, it is raining pretty heavily, and you don't have.
This is very frustrating because out of character I have the biggest fucking epiphany earlier, but in character I haven't thought of it, and I'm so annoyed.
In regards to what?
I mean, do you want me to tell you out of character, or should I not?
I mean, I don't mind.
Go for it.
Out of character, I'm pretty sure that alleyway, remember the Warforged went in and didn't come out the other side, it was missing? There's definitely a door in there that we forgot about. They've been taking them, because we saw the outline of a door, it's definitely a door that we forgot. that isn't like that we couldn't see. So there's definitely like something down there, but in character I have no reason to really think that.
Okay.
So yeah, I really want to go to that alleyway, but I'm like, I can't really justify it.
Okay, fair enough. We'll keep it in mind.
So what's the plan, friends? You're in Yuria. The world is your oyster.
I mean, I wouldn't mind just like going around and
Just
getting
snooping?
like a feel for the place, but also while we're doing like we can like go to the rich district and check in with Baron's tailor, like while we're doing that, if people want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool beats. Right, so yeah, you guys walk through the streets.
As I pass that alleyway, can I make a sneaky perception check?
Yeah, go for it.
Never mind, I suck.
There be no seekers in that alleyway.
I know there's seekers, but I want the door. Ugh. Anyway.
I mean, it's a darkened alley, Laura.
This sucks a whole lot. Anyway, let's keep going.
Do you have something you wanted to say?
Whereabouts are we heading? We are heading towards. Are we heading towards the big town?
District?
Yeah. Darren, is it looking any different from when Esme was here last?
Yeah, it looks pretty different.
Um,
The scale of the city seems bigger, as if like I don't know, you guys have just pockets of it. Alleyways, like when you pass familiar alleyways, you look to your left and you see like streets that you have never ever seen yet seem also completely familiar.
Well,
and everything.
You used an interesting word there, familiar. Are they in any way familiar to, say, me or Coda?
You feel like you probably took them at least once in your life, kind of like, you know, like, oh, gotta get home, jeez, oh, jeez, Rick, that kind of thing. But like, you maybe not in the sense that you hung out here, but there certainly seems to be, like, the scale of the city certainly seems larger. Seems to be more alleyways, more buildings in general. Seems to be more people, everything.
Esme whistles for her water horse.
Oh, yeah.
She just says, I think we have a further walk on our hands than we remember. She swings a leg over.
Perfect.
Yeah, okay, we're riding. Summons her horse.
It's not like she's not like running through the streets or anything.
Yeah, no,
more
it's
like
just a case of like
a
the mode of
light
transport.
canter, you know.
Yeah. Look at me, Shrek. I'm trotting. Cool. Yeah, you guys like mount up, kind of thing, and scoot off. The streets seem busy. Some alleyways you can see are littered with individuals. You can see posters depicting weird robed like shapes with just the word veil, like VEIL over it. And like as you kind of get closer to like here, like to pass under the sky bridge, you notice that there is a weird, I can't pronounce the word. It's basically the actual name for a 20-sided die. I can never remember the friggin' how to pronounce it. But anyway, that thing, like kind of like matte black building, and like it has like this weird like what's the word, like a flag. Oh, they hang down from walls. Why is my brain stopping now? Fuck's sake.
Like a banner?
Banner, thank you, Lord. Jesus, my fucking head just could not come to that conclusion. Like banners that just read veil. And like there's lines of people go up and like you see people begging in the streets, like, I just need one more fix, man. Come on, just give me some gold. That
Did
kind
the
of thing.
poster
Like,
say anything about what this is?
No, it's just like
It just is veil.
Yeah, just veil.
And this isn't like hidden or anything. This is
No, it's literally looks like an older building has made like, you know, knocked down and this replacing it. Like it's a case of like, yeah, you can't quite get the vibe if it's like always been here, like that kind of thing, but like everybody seems to be like at least like, you know, walking around the crowds that are going towards it. They certainly aren't making any what's the word, like any effort to be hidden or anything like that. They're just blatantly like, come in.
Okay.
And this wasn't here last time we were in Yuria.
No,
this wasn't here literally 4 days ago when I was here.
Should we find out what that is?
Can we? You said there are people like queued up outside.
Yes, a nice long conga line.
If we're like passing by them, I want to like tap someone on the shoulder and ask them, "Hey, we haven't been in the city in a while. What's going on?"
Yeah, like scrawny, kind of lanky elf is like, "Oh, you haven't heard of Vale, man? It's like the new craze. You go in, you pay them some gold, they dress you up real funky, and you can like lead a different life for a while. It's really neat. Like you want to be like a hero in the battlefield. Cool, pay some gold, and you are, and then you come out, and it's really great. It's awesome." And he starts to like fidget, and he's like, "It's really good."
It's a magic.
Yeah, man, like some new, and he's like scratching his like neck and stuff. And he's like, "Yeah, some new like thing from the Mages Guild. Apparently, it's pretty neat. I like it." People are like tugging on like the horses, being like, "Hey, man, you got any spare gold? I just need some more, man."
Our horses are made of water.
Well, they're tugging at you, Esme. You're not made.
No, but I mean, she's just like, she is that impertinent. She's like, our horses are water.
Do most of the people out here seem like unwell, or like? I mean, I know they kind of seem a bit like strung out, but like, do they seem like they're healthy, or do they look a bit weird?
I mean, apart from the clear lack of sleep from the bags under their eyes, no, they don't have like any like fucking like track marks or anything like that.
Yeah,
they don't look like they're like sick.
Are they mostly like? Are they kind of from all walks of life, or are they kind of mostly rich people, or?
No, there seems to be all walks of life, all shapes and sizes, and like coin purse sizes.
Really, you want to try this?
I think we should go in.
Look at these.
Esme's just like Esme. It's like, everybody, bring your horses in for a huddle.
We have psychic rings.
No, because we.
Oh yeah, we can't. Yeah. I forgot. Sorry. That was. And
also, we can be super obnoxious and like take up all of the road.
I like the idea that the horses are like. We basically get off the horses in a circle, and the horses are the circle around us.
There's a big old wall, equine wall.
Guys, let's go in. Let's see what's going on. See, like, if we can assess the situation beyond what we currently know. And the worst case scenario is Rizba can roll that magic weird symbol
and
thing that looks like the
ground. Yes.
Yeah, it's fine. What's the worst that can happen? Come on. It's time. We gave over to some chaos. Because this shit heap is getting worse.
You're not
as Esme says that, you hear, "You, traveller!"
Esme peeks her head around the horses like, "Excuse me, we're having a discussion."
Before Esme is 3 individuals wearing official Hand of Yuria gear, the silver helmets that depict a neutral face. Essentially the thought police that you guys had encountered before previously is like, "What's with these steeds? Dispense them or disperse," and they're waving the batons kind of thing.
"Oh, my apologies, officer. We simply wanted to get across the city quicker."
I dispel my horse.
Yeah,
I will not.
He's like, "You walk like everybody else. Now get rid of it."
When I was growing up in Yuria, I remember when the cop said please, and she dispels the horse.
The urge to have this guy to be a hyper-aggressive asshole is so real.
No, that was the last time that we murdered them all. Darren, no!
Darren, it's fine. I'm gonna give you a push. So she's like, "In fact, I remember when Harkin was around and it was even better. And now you can do whatever."
Oh dear.
I would say don't take the bait, but I don't think it's like worth saying anything at this point.
A familiar moment happens. It's almost like deja vu. Huh? What was that? The individual reaches into their pocket, takes out what clearly, like, regardless of perception, you can tell that coin purse isn't full of anything, and just looking Esme in the eye as the best one can do with the helmet thing they're wearing. Just, throws it on the ground and just says, pick it up.
Neil, I swear to God, we're in the middle of the street. Fucking
I
no.
know.
If you do this to me again.
Neil, I swear to God. I swear to God, Neil. No.
Esme says, "Oh, officer, I'd love to help, but I simply must dash." And she misty steps away. And then starts running.
I pick up the coin purse and hand it to him.
The one to the right of the officer that you hand the coin purse back to steps forward and is like, ID now, please. Thank you.
Shit, I'm the one with the ID.
You have the IDs, Neil, you fucker.
I hate you, Neil.
I just wanted to go into the cool, weird crack dungeon, but no,
I'd like to
fucking
point out
ruin
that
everything.
I would like to point out that I am thankful that 1, I am not on camera, 2, my headphones are really loud because I just did a little dance. Not gonna lie.
I just wanted to go to the fun crack den, and Neil just ruined all of Yuria. Fun.
So yeah, Coda, before you is a police officer asking you for your
Yeah, there
identification.
sure is.
He's like, do you not?
Wait, were we not all given like our own IDs, but they're like sub things of Esme? So did we not all get our own cards? Okay,
you
well,
all got your own cards.
Yeah, then
it's
I'll
just
present
a case
my
of if
card.
anything happened, it's on Esme.
Yeah. Well, I don't care about Esme's family, to be perfectly fucking honest.
Like Coda's yelling this as he hands it over.
No, I show the card because I don't want to get arrested.
Yeah, he looks to like Izzy and Rizbut and he's like, and the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he essentially is taking them and doing that thing where he's like shuffling through them, like holding up to the light, the general, like, busting your balls shit. And he's like, the name of the woman that just hightailed it.
Elizabeth Beaverhausen.
The urge to say Celeste Nilo, but I won't.
It's me, Anastasia.
Gretchen Wieners.
Oh yeah, Coda, who is being addressed by law enforcement. What's her name?
Oh, he's talking to me.
Oh, he is talking to you, buddy.
Oh God.
They're like all like essentially Coda stepped up to the plate, so they're all just kind of like looking at Coda.
I mean, her name would be on.
Yeah, I feel like her
well.
name would be on RD, so I don't feel super bad about.
But it's a case of like there wouldn't be a picture of Esme. There's a picture of you, but it'd be a case of like I can't remember the word for it now, but it'd be a case of like Coda or whatever. I can't remember if you gave Coda or Icarus. I can't remember.
Coda.
Either way, it would be like what's the word? Oh shit!
I know what you mean. Yeah, I just don't know the word.
Would be Esme Nilo of the Nilo clan, but like there wouldn't be a picture of that.
Yeah, so they don't know that woman is Esme Nilo.
Yeah. Yes, correct.
Yeah, essentially. No, fuck it. I feel like we're gonna be seen with her enough, and she's good. She doesn't hide her name usually, so I'm gonna give her name. I'm sorry, Neil. Like, I just can't. I don't know what to do, so I'm just gonna give her name.
They nod. They're like, like, oh, checks out. And they're looking at the yolks. They look like one of them looks over to the other, and they kind of don't say anything and look back. And you see one of them's writing in like a notebook kind of thing, and rips it out and hands like the IDs back to Rizbit and Izzy. And when he hands Coda's back, Coda, you have a ticket. And he's like, you have 24 hours to pay the bill, or you will be detained, as will the Nilo clan. And he's like, good day, citizen, and he walks off.
Laura,
you have a bill for 400 gold.
Yeah.
Laura, do not pay for that.
I'm definitely paying for that.
No, we're all going to prison. My family and Esme. I'll play Rain.
Yeah, I will make a very strong mental note of that. Like the minute we're finished with whatever this fucking veil thing is, I'm gonna go pay that thing. But yeah, we'll do the. I'll wait for Esme to come back. Yeah,
what is the fine for?
Yeah, what is the fine for?
Disturbing the peace, obstruction of traffic,
Coda's
fleeing a scene.
Coda's never got a sort of a crime thing before, so he's very upset that he's now a criminal. Like, he knows he's a criminal, but like it's like now he's like officially a criminal.
Just gonna say, a lot of people think I'm a criminal all the time. Crime boy.
Crime boy.
Crime boy.
Crime boy.
Has Esme come back?
Yeah, no, she comes. I really didn't imagine she ran that far away.
Oh yeah, no, they were straight up like boom, boom. She teleports and running, and it's like, well, they didn't run, so we're just gonna not bribe, but charge them. Fuck it.
Esme comes back and is like, guys, I really thought we'd run, but okay.
I pluck the ticket out of Coda's hands and press it against Esme and say, "You're paying this."
I am. Hold on, Darren. How close are we to the rich district?
I don't care if you have to steal from your dad. You're paying this.
Esme, you know what? You don't actually know. You're not. You can't get.
I walk into the fucking veil. I don't care. I go. Let me forget. Let me forget.
Coda is what is. You know, a typical rich boy. He just walks past the crowd, and like you're greeted by this robed individual. From head to toe, they're covered in like onyx black. Like, you know, it almost seems to absorb light, not reflect it, kind of thing. They just have a blank, expressionless like theater mask on, and they're like, "Welcome, sir. Welcome to Vale. Is this your first time?"
Yes.
And will you be partaking in the services, or are you just simply looking for an infomercial?
Is there a sort of tour option where I don't have to commit to anything?
Oh, I'm afraid not, sir. Memories are commitments in themselves, and we pride ourselves on our commitments. So, I am afraid, unless you want to take a small pamphlet, and the shape gestures to like essentially like a really small table that just literally seems to house pamphlets. It's like, unless you wish to take a pamphlet or purchase an order, I can't do anything for you.
Are the others following me, or are they still miles away? Like,
no, I'm coming in.
Okay, I look at them like, what do we want to do?
How much is an order?
70 gold each.
Is there no kind of like group discount?
Unfortunately not.
Can you talk us through the process?
Of course, madam. You will be taken into a, room off to the side, and you will work with a technician to experience what you want to experience. They will give you the appropriate robes and mask, and you will enter a room where our artists will craft the memory. You will enjoy your vacation, and when you come out, you will regain your things and leave.
Esme leaves. It's like, ha, no. And she just walks out.
I'll say as an aside to Coda and Riz, I don't really want anyone going through my head.
Yeah, no, I'm walking out too.
Yeah, thanks for your time, but not today.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Is everyone just abruptly 180 presses back on the controller too many times and just cuts the dialogue? It's like, well, fuck this.
Ooh, I definitely hesitate for a long time. If everyone else is leaving now, I leave. I leave.
I mean, you can check it out if you want.
No, I think Coda would. If everyone else is saying nah, fuck this, he'd go as well. But he's definitely there's a long moment of this sounds pretty fucking great. But then
like the slow turn, kind of like, do I?
Yeah, no, he's like they've all walked away. He hasn't kind of noticed because he's like thinking about
the shape before you definitely notices it kind of thing, and you're just like,
yeah.
We'll see that one later.
Yeah, it's real San Junipero. Yeah, I go now, but I Coda will remember this.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. The shape bids you farewell, kind of thing. They bow, they recede back into the darkness. But yeah, guys, you stand outside a gigantic D20, which again I'll learn the shape's name of. Oh shit, it's 25 to 11. Right, so do you guys want to take a break? 5-10 minutes, and
Yeah.
we'll come back.
Okay.
Cool. I'm gonna go grab water. Cool,
Fine.
yeah, no, like we pan back up to our heroes outside Vale's area, the Vale building. Where do what go? Who stab?
Let's get this. Can I suggest we get this ticket out of the way?
Can I suggest we go see my dad and see if he'll pay it?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Honestly, fiction as maybe like, can we just? And she just like get it. Like, yeah.
First thing back in Yuria, you want to
returning
visit your father.
the Nilo residence.
It's important because I need money, and that's honestly the only reason I'll ever speak.
Well, I suppose it's better than seeing him at the dinner and there being a scene.
Well, he also needs to get me a dress, and also you guys' clothes. So she just like re-summons her horse, and she's like, "Okay, everybody, what? Come on! It's going to take us hours."
But
if we literally gallop faster than the cops,
they have eyes everywhere.
This is bullshit, and she just puts her horse away. Nisbet, carry me.
No, you walk yourself.
Give me a piggyback.
Kay would carry you, but we're not exclusive, darling.
Kay was being a little rat bitch before we left.
No, that's
so
Kay
that's
would turn over.
Kay would punt her over the tower between the two towers.
Yeah.
He'd be like, "How much do you weigh?" It's like, "What?" It's like calculating. It's like, "Oh, jeez." So you guys walk to the Nilo residence.
So yeah, we go visit Esme's dad. That seems like a really fun
You
idea.
walk without horses.
Coda, my dad won't give us money. Will your dad give us money?
No.
Coda, wait. Do you have your dad's giant sword?
Kay has my dad's giant sword.
Why didn't you steal it back and give it to your dad?
It just cuts back to Kay, and he's like, "God, I love this sword." He's just throwing it. He's like, "God, it's so nice." So it takes you a bit longer than you thought it would to get to the Nilo residence. Again, you pass familiar and unfamiliar. Well, actually, a bit more familiar to you, Esme, because again, this is kind of like your neighborhood.
But not too not familiar.
Yeah, exactly. Familiar.
Hey.
Familiar. The weird beings above continue to sit atop buildings, watching, minding their own business, watching the individuals of Yuria scurry about.
While we're walking, I asked Coda if he's gonna try to visit his family or something.
I don't know. I should probably make sure they're all right with plague and all that, but I don't want to. We're being watched.
Yeah, no, I get that.
I'll
being
I'll
watched
drop
either
in.
way. Go and check on your family.
Yes, I should definitely. Yes, I did promise I would next time we were here. We'll go do Esme's dad anyway.
Well, no, we won't.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Lewd. That's our secret lewd moment of the day. Yuria explodes. Before you is a familiar gate and fence. The Nilo residence sits at the top of a small, hill, and the garden is looking beautiful and exquisite.
Esme slouches her shoulders and she's like, "Well, I guess I'm already disappointed, but let's see how much worse it can get." She just walks up.
Oh boy.
Esme just knocks loudly on the door.
It takes about maybe a minute before the door slowly creaks open.
Is there no one there?
No, before you is a very tall and happy-looking Elias Nyla. And he's like, oh, Esme, do my eyes deceive? Come in.
Dad, it's great to see you. She holds out the ticket. We're in trouble.
As you hold out the ticket, he grabs Esme's hand and wisps her up into a hug. And he's like, darling, it's so good to see you. I'm so happy you're home. Come in.
Esme starts screaming for help.
Coda's freaking out.
Does the door slam before the others did?
No, it doesn't slam. It just... and then you hear like a...
Coda's just like, we're in some sort of inverted Yuria. We've traveled to another dimension.
Oh god!
We have to leave. Oh no! Oh god!
We're going to neg Yuria. We realize.
Shh! No, guys, it's going to be fine. I can see what's going to happen. It's a dance-off. Anyway.
Wait, are we on the outside of the house? Like, we're not allowed in, or...?
No, you guys are on the inside.
Oh, okay, cool.
You're in the, like, little entrance. Elias puts Esme down and, like, hands on the shoulders. Like, it's so good for you to visit home, darling.
Where's Jeremy, father?
Oh, I gave him the day off. And he leans over to the right and, like, puts his hand up and he's like, Phoebe, look who's coming to visit.
Oh my god, no. As Darren, is there a shrunken head on the wall or something that's Esme's mother?
Nope, at the top of the staircase, a very large dress, kind of like those Victorian ones, they have the cages on them, that sort of thing. Really over the top. Just looks like it's an Eladrin woman. Looks a little bit older than Esme, but like Esme has a lot of her features, that sort of thing. Same kind of like blonde hair, pale silver complexion. She got hoop earrings. Oh, my darling baby girl. She's like, holds up the dress and like down the stairs, kind of thing.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Mother, it's great to see you. So about the 400 gold to keep our family out of prison.
Elias like, oh Esme, you scallywag, always getting into trouble. And he takes it and like reaches into his pocket.
Literally the secret police, Dad.
While they're talking, can I like detect magic to see if they're enchanted first?
Yeah, go for it, buddy. Oh yeah, shit, yeah, detect magic just happens. No, they seem perfectly fine. Like they're not like what was it? They glow, don't they? If they're like under sort of magical influence. Yeah, they nothing sends off the radars.
Oh, it's not magic. Maybe they're ill. Maybe
Esme
they're
starts to
dying.
remember the last time she saw her parents, which was in a horrible nightmarish dreamscape. And a lot less.
And this is worse. This is somehow worse.
This is worse.
The temptation to be like, mother, father, you're speaking again, I see. Okay.
Elias seems to be like working away, and he signs the ticket and hands Esme a coin purse with 400 gold. He's like, there you go, you little scamp, always getting into trouble.
Esme like turns, she shrugs her shoulders, and she's just like, oh, okay. Coda.
What?
Do you want to be in charge of the finances?
Yes, alright. I put it in Henry.
Okay, because you were the one handed the fine. Yeah, you just take care of this. Something worse is happening. Yeah.
Yes, I can tell.
Esme points out, it's like, mother, father, this is Rizbit. He's a goblin. He's a delight. This is Adora. She's a lady. She is a delight.
Hi.
This is Coda. He is Icarus, but he's a demon now. He's a delight.
They kind of like, periodically go around, like, Elias is like, oh, welcome, it's so nice to meet you. And like, Phoebe's kind of like, oh, like, that like kiss to the side of the cheek thing they do. Like, it's a case where they just go around, like the party kind of thing. It's like, oh, would you like some tea? Some afternoon tea, some morning tea? Would you like some tea?
Yes, of course. Let's sit in the parlor, parents, and discuss news. I hope you've been well.
It's like, oh, never better now that we're on our new regime, Esme. We feel brighter than ever.
Esme's like, regime, mother? Are you doing yoga?
I was like, oh, Esme, you're such a joker.
No, Mother, I'm asking, what's the new regime?
And
What
she's
drugs
like,
is
oh.
it?
She leads you guys like, like la, la, la. She's like humming away and like tack, 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 like kind of almost dancing down the hall. Leads you to the kitchen kind of thing, and she's like, it's these. They're like the hand recommended. They're wonderful. They just pep you right up, make you feel better.
Darn, what's in the... No, wait, I've forgotten that I've remembered some stuff. Anyway, what are they just? What's she?
Well, Coda spilled the bean. They're government sanctioned drugs. It's just like, it just looks like a unmarked like box of pills that bear the hand of Yuria symbol on it. It's the only marking that's on it.
It's a sugar bowl full of pills.
Darren, can I take out one of the pills?
Maybe I don't want to.
I love this so much.
Don't worry, if you hold it against you, I make myself laugh constantly. Esme, before you is a little bit larger than like say like a Panadol tablet, and it's kind of orangey in color.
Jesus, they've literally given them half pills.
I guess it's because
no one asked me they'd need them.
Mother. Mother.
Yes, dear.
Any news on the plague?
It's like, oh, good, terrible business. People dying in the street, coughing their guts up. A man died on our property the other day. We had to, like, burn the body. But, that's in the past.
Was it Jeremy?
Yes, it was. I didn't know how to tell you, but Jeremy is no longer with us.
Oh my god.
He died doing what he loved best. Serving me.
Does that mean that you're in the market for a new servant?
Is that not what you've brought me here, darling? You always do give me the best gifts. And she
Which
gestures.
one? Hold on, Mother. Which one do you want? Because we're gonna have to talk about this. These are my friends.
He looks very big and strong for his size. And she gestures.
You talking about Rizbit?
Yes,
Rizbit. How would you like to work for my parents?
Rizbit sort of speaks into the ring instead of answering. Like, does it involve doing what we're originally meant to do, i.e., save the world?
I'm not gonna lie to you. She's back in the ring. Is like, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's probably more to do with avoiding being set on fire by my parents, apparently.
Yeah. Rizbit then looks and goes, "No, thank you." No. No, thank you.
Yes, Mother. Unfortunately, I don't think any of my friends can attend as the new Jeremy. We're going to save the world.
Dearest Jeremy. She look. She's clearly crying, but she's still got the big wide smile.
Oh, you're giving me fucking Get Out realness. Oh,
and just his death, tragic, but brought us closer together. And Elias is like, it did, dear, didn't it? It's like, your father provided the oil, I the flame. It was beautiful.
I'd say it was a good way for him to go.
I mean, he didn't complain much. He argued when we set alight, but that's how it goes.
Well, I take it that means you're left to make your own food this weather then.
Oh, no. Quentin is an excellent cook.
Who's Quentin?
Not the brother. Where's Quentin?
Who is he, the brother of?
Phoebe's like, where is
There's a lot of
Quentin,
trucks.
Elias? And Elias is like, oh, he was very bold, very rude. So we had to put him in quiet time.
Darn. From Esme's childhood, does she remember if quiet time is in the basement or maybe the attic?
Quiet time is definitely rumored to be a small. Did you ever see
Rumored among the fucking Nilo children?
Oh yeah, it was always I'll put you in it, but it's a case of you've seen /read Matilda, right?
Yeah.
You know, Choky?
Yep.
Ah!
Oh my god.
1 second.
Mm. Like, out of character, didn't think I'd say this, but should we, like, save Esme's shitty brother? Because, like, oh
Yeah.
my god.
No, hold on. Wait. Quentin was
Wait,
never
is Quentin
shitty.
the less shitty one? Is he the druggy one?
No, he's the good one. He was the one
He's
who
the-
got
he's
like
Oh, the
revenge.
painter, the
Yeah,
painter.
he's the,
Oh,
he's the
okay.
painter. Yeah.
I thought I was getting
Anyway.
mixed up.
Esme looks at her mother. She says, "Mother, are you painting again?"
Oh yes, Esme. I can't put the brush down. I just feel so inspired lately.
Esme looks very angrily at the box of pills, and she says, "Like, how about you go into the dining room or whatnot, into the lounge, mother and father, and we'll make some tea and we'll bring it out. It feels I wouldn't want you on your feet too long."
Why ever would you want? No, you are our guests, dear.
Good. Okay. Well, then
basically, Neil, if you want to continue on this path, it's a case of like you have to persuade.
Okay. Yeah. No. Well, yeah. Let's try that way to start. Ah, great.
Phoebe puts her hand on Esme's shoulder and she's like, "Dear, it's okay. You are our guest," but like she's clearly squeezing it a bit too hard.
Esme's just like, "Oh, of course, mother." Esme just thinks into the ring. It's like, "I know I said no more ring, but unfortunately, no more ring isn't really an option. Let's sit in the lounge. Someone say they need to go to the bathroom and then find my brother. I think I'm going to have to fight my parents with cups of tea."
Isn't the ring? Where do you think he is?
How about maybe? I don't know. Oh God. Let's just sit down and have tea. And Esme says that out really loud, but she just starts walking away towards
Alliance, let's go into the dining. And like as like you guys, he like kind of hops and skips a long way, and you hear like Phoebe like humming away in the kitchen as the kettle essentially brews on like fiery hobby thing, the thingamajigger. Kettle plus fire equal tea good. And you
so where has Elias gone to the sitting room?
Yeah, he's essentially like in front of you guys, like skipping and humming as like you guys go towards it.
Okay, Esme just says, "It's like, guys, no one drink the tea."
Yeah, no shit.
Okay, mother.
Yes, dear.
I've got explosive diarrhea. I must go to the lavatory, and she runs off towards the nearest
Again?
I will go with her. You know how us girls are with the bathroom, and I run after Esme.
Brisbane just shrugs at Coda.
Do you just follow? Just go with.
I know.
Yeah.
Follow you.
Wait, are you saying we follow them, Ian?
No, he was just shrugging at Coda. It was like I don't know.
Dude, just keep them busy.
Okay, yeah, I guess me and Risbit will entertain the Nihilos. Oh my god.
Esme sits into the ring.
Hey,
Esme sits into the ring.
if this was a comedic foreshadowing show, we talk about how we don't split the party. It would cut back to that exact moment, and then it would cut back to this moment.
Esme says into the ring, "Guys, if you have to disarm my parents and potentially knock them out, go for it. My mother's got a trick knee."
So I'm gonna get to Coda and Risbit first, and then we'll get to the two sneaky gals.
So, Elias.
Yes, Risbit.
I'd love to hear how you met Phoebe. She seems like a dream, and I just hope I can be like her myself.
As you like say this, Phoebe like enters the room with a tray. She's like, oh, it's not very romantic. And then Eliza's like, oh, shush, darling, it's
Oh, I'm
lovely.
sure it is romantic.
And Phoebe sets the tray down, and there's like a kettle, or like a pot of tea, sorry, not kettle. Well, you know what I mean. Pot of tea. There's some cups, there's some cake, and right beside the cake, there is like the sharpest bread knife in existence.
Oh,
Like,
God.
it shines.
I'm just eyeing the knife.
Jesus!
And Phoebe's like, before we begin, would anyone like some cake?
Oh, I'm okay, thank you very much. I know it's rude to refuse food at his house.
She's like, it's fine, Icarus.
Terribly allergic. Sorry, no, can't. I'm sorry. Dreadfully sorry.
And she's like, oh, shame, it's so delicious. And she's like slicing it, but she's like, slicing into it, like, and just like, okay, would you like any sugar for your tea? And she's like pouring the cups, and she like slides them across, but it's like, you know, like on the material, like the kind of like varnished table, and it's just kind of like screechy, and she's just like really,
Really slowly.
So like... Yeah, and she's just like smiling and looking at Coda like, here you go.
So I believe you were going to tell me how you guys met.
Elias is sipping his tea, and he's like, oh yes, of course. Well, we met in the Feywild. It was beautiful, it was a nice day, we were out hunting. And Phoebe's like, yes, there was a beast. A ghastly beast. Oh, yeah, insert, basically the Feywild equivalent of a lion. I don't fucking know. That thing. A feline. A villain.
Big game hunters.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh no! The worst!
So Esme, Isadora, what do you do?
Where are we going? Where were you usually punished?
I wasn't. Don't you understand? That's the problem, Isadora.
What the fuck is going on?
They're lunatics. I'm going to have to punch my parents. Oh, okay. So if my parents had been disciplinarians, where would they hide us?
And she's like, Father, I am conflicted.
Okay. Hold on. What are my skills?
Do you have a skill for locate imprisoned brother?
This is like when you play a wizard and you're like, I can cheat with this with magic, right? It's like, what skills do I have?
I'm pretty sure I have detect. I might have detect person somewhere, but I have to be familiar with them, I think.
Darren, what does my eagle mask do again?
Oh shit! It enhances your friggin' vision.
Perception.
Yeah. Like it basically gives you like that was at the. It's not exactly the sharpshooter thing, but it's like where you can see like something like up to 1,000 feet or something like that.
Okay,
I can't quite remember.
Not good. Esme gets as quiet as possible, and she just kind of like strains her ears to see if she can hear any shouting that's being muffled or anything like that.
Give me them perception roll, friend. Perception.
And then if this, yeah, cool. And if that doesn't work, it'll be there are other ideas. Wow, two of the same. Yeah, I know. She's gonna go. She's gonna run to. She's gonna head to the downstairs to the basement.
Okay, I'm going to say to do such a thing, you would technically have to enter the foyer kind of place where they would see you. So sneaky.
Oh, sneaky. Yeah.
I'm gonna say as this Izzy, are you going with Esme?
Yeah, I am.
You're gonna need to sneak as well, friendo.
Yeah.
As this happens, like Coda and Risbon out of the corner of their eye, because the way their angle can see them sneaking.
Oh my god.
Coda's just screaming with his eyes at Esme.
Yeah, it's essentially they're distracted talking, so
yeah, while we see them sneaking, we intensify the conversation, just making lots of small talk to try and distract them from looking over there.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, you guys successfully sneak down, like essentially around the corner to the basement kind of thing. It doesn't smell too nice. Like basements don't exactly smell the nicest anyway, but like you know what I mean.
Esme whispers, "Is like, I guess it's because they killed Jeremy on their own land. Oh God, the butler's dead."
If the butler's dead and he didn't do it, then who did it?
Like, what's your brother like? Why would they imprison him?
My brother is what we in the family call a problem child, but what medical professionals would refer to as an addict. So if he's been locked up, something tells me his pills aren't mixing well with the government pills. So let's see if we can figure it out. And she just starts whispering. It's like, Quentin!
We're going to cut back to Coda and Rizbit. So yeah, they're like, oh yes, we were hunting a feline. And, I was taking my shot and I was entranced by this beautiful woman. And she's like, oh, stop it, dear. And we decided, why not share the game, and we joined forces and, took down the beast and we feasted on it. And it was lovely. It was very romantic. It's like, she's like, oh, we slept in its entrails that night, dear. And she's like, oh, we did.
What the fuck?
And Phoebe's kind of like, maybe they got lost. Maybe I should go and look for. They shouldn't be that lost.
Well, you know how Esme is. She can, especially with this explosive diarrhea, it can be a while.
Oh my God.
Persuasion, please, Rizbit.
Oh my God.
Can I try and say something and like assist or something?
Yeah, but essentially you can assist to give Rizbit advantage, but kind of like
I'll just kind of chime in like, Isidora's a remarkable healer. She's been helping Esme with the bowel issues. They do therapy 3 times a week. It's.
Oh, that's actually really good. I love it. Yeah, no, for sure. You have advantage, my man. That's great.
Thank you. God, I can't believe I'm doing this.
I can't believe they left us to do the persuading.
What? You're not sneaky.
I'm sneakier than I am persuading. I have a +5 in stealth.
Sorry, it's 17.
So it's a 17. That's still pretty good.
Yeah, no, that's fine, buddy. That's fine. Yeah, that's cool. That's good. Right, yeah. So essentially, you're like, no, it's fine. She like stands up and she's like, okay. And you see, she's like kind of trembling, and she sits back down. She's like, that's fine. She's like, so yes. Well, how did you? Well, you don't exactly look like the two most, normal, adventurers. How did you two meet? Tell us that story. And she's just like,
she's looking at like a devil and a goblin, half a hand and an eye.
That's what I mean. She's just like, what's your story?
Is she just like tapping the table?
Yeah, like your fingers along and kind of like, yeah.
Actually, the 4 of us all met at the same time, actually. We were looking to... Well, I came to the big city. I was kind of evicted from home, long story. Everything's good there now. But I came to the big city to try and find some work, make some money, make a name for myself. And when you come to a city, what's the best place to do? It's like go to like a messenger board or, the local police department and find out what's going on if they need a hand. And the 4 of us, actually 2 people who are acquaintances of ours, were drafted by, I don't know if you would remember Sheriff Harkin.
She's like, no, name doesn't ring a bell.
It's okay. He was the sheriff. He was the sheriff here for a little while, but he drafted us to help them find out what was going on in some sewer, and that's actually how we all sort of.
Yeah, she nods and she's like, "Oh yes, well, thankfully we have our glorious hand of Yuria now to take over, so no need for no silly sheriffs."
Oh yes, exactly. No need for some silly sheriffs.
You see Elias like, ooh, and like you kind of hear like a buzzing in his pocket, and like you see his hands trembling when he goes to reach into like his blazer. Takes out kind of like a little like, essentially it's not like a watch, but it's kind of like just a weird clicking device. And he's like, oh dear, it's time, we best take our pills. He's like putting the trembling hand back in. She's like, oh yes, of course. And she's like, you too.
As this is happening, I'm going to speak into the ring to Coda. I was like, should we stop them?
I feel like we probably should, but how?
Esme whispers into the ring. It's like, I'm totally on board with you tackling my parents.
That was going to be my idea.
That seems like a terrible idea.
I tackle them.
No.
Does Rizbit just gore and not like Elias?
Oh yeah, just like
My
straight
God.
over the coffee table.
Okay,
and
so
just,
let me
pulls him to the ground.
Oh my god.
Okay, we're gonna paint a picture here because it's gonna go full on like slows down, and we cut to Esme and Izzy. Essentially, like when Elias is like, "Oh, we need to take them," you see like whatchamacallit, Phoebe is kind of like, just where did they get to? And she like, puts her hand on the knife kind of thing, and Rizbit just fucking like table goes to the left, and he's like, motherfucker! And it's just like as the table flies, like Phoebe's like, like completely like facades dropped, and she's like, and she's grabbing the knife from thin air, and like Rizbit's like goring like Elias into the massive chair kind of thing. What's Coda doing? Just as this time slows down kind of thing. Part of me just wants to think, like, it is like, and Coda's just panicking, so he's like, out comes the gun.
This is a stick-up.
I imagine a little angel Esme and a little devil Esme on each of Coda's shoulders. It's like, do it, shoot my mother. And then it's the angel is like, yeah, no, seriously, shoot her.
Do it!
It's Krunk's angels, and he's like, no, I get you. See, look what I can do. And he's like, doesn't it make any sense? He's like, no, he's got a point. So yeah, that's a case of like, the table slows down Telltale style. What's Coda doing?
Okay, there's two things I could do, and one of them's gonna be like very much a mistake, and that is I want to shoot the knife out of her hand. And I'm really tempted to go for that one.
My God!
But like equally, I should probably
Coda.
just tackle her.
Whoa, let's dim the lights. Let's get real for a minute, friends. Laura, as your
Yes?
dungeon master and friend, do it.
It's such a fucking. I should definitely tackle her. I should definitely tackle her. Which is the safer and less evil option. But God, I just love the image of him just taking out a gun and shooting Esme's mother. I have a real Telltale moment here.
You do, yes. A or B, come on, Laura.
This is an interesting. This is one of those very interesting Telltale moments.
Amy, I need your guidance.
Shoot her!
Shoot her? You serious? Are you serious, Amy? I
Let the
thought you'd
record
be
say that, Amy, I
reasonable.
love
Shoot the gun! Shoot the sword out of.
See, the
shoot
thing
knife
is,
out of my hand.
at next level, I get an ability where I can specifically target like a disarming shot. But I don't
That's
have
fair.
that yet.
So let's.
Okay, no, do you know what? Compromise. Whack her with the butt of the pistol.
I'm gonna pistol whip Esme's mom?
Yeah.
Come on, Laura. I need a choice: shooting,
not a
pistol whipping,
shooter.
or tackling.
Laura, just for a bit of backstory, you need to make a choice now. But it's like, this is just a very sick woman who's a great creator. She has a great belief in her own ability to change the world with art. But she's trapped, and you need to make a decision.
Equally
on how
though, she was
just shoot her.
definitely a dick to me all of our childhood. Like, she was definitely like, oh, you've brought that one home again. Like, she definitely hated
you do
me.
whatever. You do whatever. Hold on. What's wrong with his bit?
So, my other idea that I just came across was, as they're like getting up to go take their pills, just be like, sorry to interrupt you for a moment, but I would like to ask your permission to marry your daughter.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh,
That
that
would've been
would
good.
also been very good.
That would have been amazing, but now we're in the Rudy Tooty point and shooty scenario. I'm gonna pistol whip her,
Yeah!
It's still with.
shouting up, sorry, Mrs. Nilo.
Okay, so as the Telltale scene happens, Rizbit goring Elias, the table flying through the air, Phoebe grabbing the knife from the air, and like Coda's just reeled up like the barrel of the gun in his hand. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, and he's about to just wallop. Esme, Izzy, give me an investigation check as you skulk through the.
Sure. we're doing fine. Like, we're having a great time investigating the basement.
You guys skulk. The basement's pretty big. Like it's kind of weirdly big almost. But Esme, you guys spend a couple of minutes looking around, and kind of like around the 4 or 5 minute mark, you hear like a crash upstairs. But Izzy, you hear like whimpering coming behind, like basically like those 4 giant, like, you know, the barrels that would have wine in them, the huge ones. But there's clearly like, you know, like muffled whimpering coming behind them.
I point this out to Esme.
Esme approaches, and she just from what we can see, is it like, I'm stuck in the Matilda version of things. Is it literally that, like, is this a door behind the barrels that's got lots of
like
fucking
the barrels are clearly in the way, that kind of thing. The big huge
cool.
4 massive things.
Esme werewolves to like pull the barrels out of the way.
Yeah, and I'll help.
Yeah, cool.
Ooh. Not so good.
Better.
Cool, yeah. As like Izzy's like, you know, kind of like heave ho, Esme, pulling, and like Esme kind of like joins in, and you guys start pulling. You notice that like there's scratch marks, and these things are actually on wheels. So like it takes a bit while, but like, you know, the momentum builds, and you like kind of pull it out. Before you was a massive door. There's a big lock around it, but you can hear blatant whimpering coming from behind it.
I cast knock.
Oh, nice.
Esme werewolves. Just to put that out there.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Good idea.
The knock rings out like 300 feet, like, you know, ripples through the house.
They're getting attacked. It's fine.
Welcome back, Coda. Yes, the like big, gigantic, chunky, almost cartoonish padlock crumble, like, you know, crashes to the ground. The door slightly opens, and you see, we cut back to Coda and Rizbit. Can I have basically strength checks? Because you guys are like, you know, beating the shit out of these people.
Is this a strength check or a strength save?
It's a strength melee attack that you do not have proficiency on, because it is
I don't have
improvised
proficiency in
attack.
pistol whipping.
No,
I mean, it
enough.
says right here proficiencies in firearms. I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. No.
Cool, it's a flat d20.
God.
Hey, that's not the. Oh
Hey!
God!
Wow.
I'm so sorry for beating the shit out of your mom.
Okay,
Oh
so
my god, it's gonna look like we just robbed them for the money.
We just fucking broke into their house. And,
no, it's okay.
Now we're
Guys,
getting mega
hey.
arrested.
No, hey, everyone, relax. I'm about to make it worse.
I know exactly what you're going to do, and I'm so angry, but I'm so excited.
Like Rizbit, you gore, like, you know, Elias Nilo through the chair, to the point where you hear a snap from the wood panels at the back of it, kind of thing. And he's kind of like wrestling, and he's like, stop, and like Rizbit like kind of like, you know, shields Elias's face with like a pillow, and he's like, I'm sorry, sir, and he's just beating the fucking head off, and he's like, go to sleep, and he's like, eventually he stops moving, kind of thing. And like Phoebe is kind of like, I'll cut you, and like swings Coda dance, like, you know, ducks is like, I'm sorry, and just with the butt of the gun like just smashes her in the face, and like you just see like the top, like the bridge of her nose just slices, and she like twists, and she's like, ugh, and collapses onto the floor.
I check if they're dead.
Neither are dead. They've just been like,
Cool.
basically go to sleep. Solid Snake would be proud.
I sit
He's
down
by
on
the
the
window, and
couch.
he's like, the tea is getting cold. Esme, Isadora. As the door creaks open, you see a bound by the legs, not by the hands, Quentin Milo. He's whimpering and is holding kind of like a box of those pills, and he's like, I'll eat the pills, see, and he's like chewing them like Tic Tacs kind of thing.
God.
Esme like slaps the pills out of his hand.
He's like, you wanted me to eat them.
Wrong person, idiot. And she's like, hold out your hands.
He's like, Esme.
Yeah, it's me. Now hold out your hands.
He holds out his hands.
She like basically helps pull him up and out of the space.
Yeah, no, yeah, you successfully do. Like it's more just like a really awkward place to stand in / crouch, more so than he's been forced. Like he's been forced in there, but like it's not like he's been forced to crouch. That kind of thing. But yes, Esme gets him out. Fine.
Like she'll try and undo the knots, and she says, "If you can spit out as many of those pills as you just started chomping on, Big Brother, we've got a problem upstairs, I believe."
Now I'm working out some issues. It's fine.
He's like, "What happened? Where's Mom? Where's Dad?"
I'm not gonna lie to you. I heard a crash. I believe. No, I'm actually fairly certain. Some of my friends are here with me, and they've definitely. Yeah, this is Isadora. She helped open the door and helped locate you. She's amazing.
Please, pleasure.
Esme unlocks, frees his feet. Is that okay?
Yeah, no, you unlock his feet.
Can you stand?
He's like, yes, I'll hobble, but I'll be fine.
Can you tell us how many of these pills are in the house? We should get rid of all of them.
Oh, there's a box in every room.
Where did they get them?
The government, not the government, like the hand that they issued them out. There was criers and flyers and clerics galore. Oh my, handing them out in the square in the market. Said it's for a cheap price they would help. With all the tensions these days, everyone was so miserable. They made it better.
Well, we'll deal with that shortly then. We're gonna go and see what happened upstairs. Follow along at your own pace. And are our sisters here? And are they peeled off their heads?
No, Tessa has a new boyfriend. She hasn't came home in weeks.
Oh, good.
And so does Celeste. They're all moved out now, coming up in the world, as they say.
Oh, thank God they're not here. You follow on at your own pace. I'm going to tie up Mom and Dad. And she just runs upstairs with the rope.
Nice to meet you, bye. And she runs off after her.
It's fine, I'll hobble myself. It's holding onto the stairwell, 1 step, 2 steps.
Fucking hell, Quentin.
I just wanted to paint. You guys,
sitting room.
When you guys run back upstairs, a very wide-eyed pinpoint eyeball kind of thing. Coda and Risbeth are just kind of sitting there on the couch with their hands in their lap, it got out of hand. And just in a pool of blood, but you enough to be oh, she's not dead. It's just Phoebe Nilo, who's just panned out, one leg up in the air because the dress frame thing is just awkward. Just massive cut across her nose, and she's ugh. And Elias has just been hastily prompted up against a clearly broken and busted in chair, and he's slunk down in it kind of thing. He's ooh. And the tea and everything is everywhere, and there's just a kitchen knife stuck in the floorboards, and they're well, there you go.
Esme holds out the rope, and she's okay, we're going to tie my mom and my dad up together. Isadora, if you'd be so kind, would you please ensure that they're not dying with some kind of magic? And then we're going to go through the house. We're going to make sure that all of the pills are gone, and then we're going to watch them go through a clearing out process, because we need to make sure that they're not too crazy. How's that sound, team?
I would just like to say, the reason this happened is they went to go get more pills.
Oh, good.
Can I offer an alternative?
Yes.
Hey, Isadora, if you can think of a way that I don't have to tie up my parents and get into a weird psychological space in my life, I'd be happy.
As Isadora says that, you just hear from the stairwell, Quentin's we burn it down.
Shut up, Quentin!
Hello, Quentin.
Yes, Izzy.
I'd like to cast Modify Memory.
Oh my God.
Let me just hold on. I need this moment. 1 second.
Wait, what happened? Sorry, I had to mute for a sec.
Amy's casting Modify Memory.
Oh God, good. Don't do it to Quentin, please.
No, just Mama Da.
Yes. So, what you want to do? What you want to modify?
They have to make a wisdom save, but they're
Unconscious, so they automatically say or automatically fail. Sorry, that's it.
What I want to convince them is, first of all, they weren't attacked. That didn't happen. No one attacked anyone. I can mend it later. In a minute. It's a cantrip. What happened is they gave them an awful trip. The pills are so bad. They make you sick. They make you crazy. They have to get rid of every single pill and never take another one again.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine. Yeah. Like Izzy, I think it's like a minute or something. It is. So it's a case of Izzy like crouches at each head respectively and like does the thing. Gosh,
And
Izzy would make a great Veil, employee.
And I mend the coffee table and we set it up so nobody's.
I wipe Esme's mom's blood off the barrel of my gun,
Yeah, just real casual tidy up.
Yeah, the dagger in full crime scene removal mode.
I think we should start trying to throw out pills now. Anyway.
Yeah, we definitely start getting released.
Esme, you're going after Quentin.
Yes.
He's like giggling and like kind of half giggling, half cackling as he like slowly climbs the stairs.
Esme just turns and is like, Quentin, where are you going?
He's like, I just need to go to my room, Esme, that's all. I forgot something.
Oh, good. I'll join you.
He's like, okay, you can carry the other one.
What?
Esme takes a very deep breath. As he turns back to the party, he's like, guys, this is my just desserts for running off on the cops, and I thank you for seeing me through it. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
If we
This
hear
is
screams,
my
we'll
fault.
come upstairs.
What? No, it's fine. We'll be fine.
Esme, as you climb the stairs and get to like the top of it, like the floor that you're on, that you know that Quentin's room is on, he's like, Esme, do you really want to help?
I want to know what you're doing.
Go open the door, and he gestures down the hallway, and you know it's a door to like the studio, like Phoebe's studio.
Okay. Oh, yeah, she'll open that.
Cool. As Esme walks down and opens that, he disappears into his room giggling.
Esme will open the door, leave it open, and then walk back towards him.
Esme spies a few particularly interesting paintings. Yes, Izzy, yeah, you guys can systematically go around like the bottom floor kind of thing. Actually, just give me an investigation check to make sure you guys get them all, so to speak. I keep launching Photoshop. Esme, you spy a couple of weird paintings, and before you have a chance to kind of like, properly look at them, like you hear like a thunk and a slush of a liquid kind of noise, and you see Quentin's like falling up against the like door frame, but he's clearly carrying like a massive like jar of, you'd know it to be lantern oil.
Oh my god.
She just Quentin, we can't burn down the house.
No, not the house, just her paintings.
Why?
We're going to get mommy back.
No, why? Why do you want to burn her paintings?
She locked me in a hole, Esme.
Yes, and like it's because of the drugs and all of the other sick shit that's going on.
You see like kind of like a smile crack across his face, and he's like, oh, Esme, don't be silly. I was getting into trouble now here, all this.
She's just like, okay, let's go.
You guys, like, do you follow him to the studio?
If we're done clearing out downstairs.
She's just like, she like looks around the corner to look down the stairs. She's like, it's getting weird.
Yeah, I go upstairs.
No, hold on, because I might be able to talk him around on this one. So when I yell, it's probably me. She like speaks into the ring. It's like it's probably me turning into a werewolf and then suplexing him down the hallway. So if you hear any growling or shrieking, just come running.
I can only do that memory thing for that one time.
That's okay. I'm hopefully going to do something else here.
As you guys walk down the hallway, he's like, "Oh, Esme, I think I heard a noise in Celeste's room."
Esme, like,
which you would know to be the bedroom to your left.
Esme just says, "It's like, okay." She puts down what she's holding, and then she holds his arm with one hand.
Like, she holds what?
She holds his arm with one hand, and then opens the door.
Ooh, he breaks free as he sprints away, Esme.
Esme turns into a werewolf and tackles her brother.
There's a lot of tackling going on in this house.
I initiated it.
He's like, an attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna say because he's running away, so it's like a melee attack.
Yes.
Esme, digs deep and kind of lifts him up and just straight down into the ground, and he's just like, oh god.
She Esme calls again. He's just like, it's fine. She turns back out of the werewolf, and she just sits on her brother and looks down at him, and she says, I'm sorry.
You scam Esme, I was getting into trouble.
She just is like, stop saying that. Listen to what I'm telling you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry things got this bad. I'm sorry I ran off and Shut up, Quentin! I'm sorry I left you behind. I'm sorry things got so bad for you. I want to help you. Our parents are crazy. We are crazy. What I'd like for you to not be if I can help. Because you are my brother. And I love you. And she gives him a little smooch on the forehead in the hopes that it makes him crazy. Not forever, but in the moment. She tries to reforge a connection that she has with her brother. She actually likes him. He likes to paint. That's pretty much the good stuff.
He looks at Esme with a smile and immediately turns and he just vomits onto her fur, and there's bits of half digested pills and stuff, and he's like, ugh, and he just kind of passes out.
Esme sighs, and she says, "She just can't tie him up." Esme just drags him back to his room, and she says, "My brother vomited on me, so I'm gonna put him to bed."
Esme does so. It takes a couple of minutes to just throw him into bed, kind of.
Yeah, she takes can I have a better look at his weird paintings?
Yeah, sure.
Wait, is this Quentin's weird paintings or Phoebe's weird paintings?
Yeah, I haven't actually seen any of my mother's paintings, and I should probably go and check those out too.
In his bedroom, he's just got kind of they're really scenic, out his bedroom window, kind of studies of the Yuria and stuff. Really Renaissance level of oh my god, it's so beautiful, renditions, that sort of thing.
And there's nothing sus about any of them?
No, they seem fine. For all intents and purposes, he seems relatively okay. He's probably just given a lot of shit.
Yeah, she is quite nice about it. She tucks him in. She actually tries to put him in a position where he'll be slightly better when he comes to. She steps over the vomit on the carpet and she just says, well, that's not going to wash out. And she goes into her mother's painting room.
Neil, did you ever play Fallout 4?
No, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a great painter's...
The Pikmin Gallery?
Yeah,
yes!
That kind of stuff. It's all shades of red and really exaggerated and abstract, screaming faces and hands and stuff. It basically looks like you get a lot of torment and tortured soul. Oh, help me, I'm screaming kind of thing coming from all the paintings.
Yeah, I can get that from what I'm looking at here. Are they all like? Are they hung up? Are they on like? On
some are like hung up. So, some are on easels, some are hung up, and some are just kind of like stacked, lined up against the wall. They've kind of dried, that sort of thing.
These seem new, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely has done these in the last few like months, maybe or something.
Esme.
This is a telltale moment, guys.
She's not going to burn them in the house, but she's going to get them out of the house, and she's going to burn them outside.
Cool, yeah. Outside beside Jenkins.
Yeah.
Jeremy.
I think his name was, I can't remember which one he was.
Jeremy.
He's dead now,
Jenkins was the bard.
Jenkins was the bard that did
Esme,
that is he robbed, I might add.
And then intimidated.
Stop. Esme takes like a few of them, as many as she can, and takes them to like the top of the staircase. She says, "Yeah, if someone wants to take those to the garden outside, we're gonna have a. We need to burn some stuff. Don't worry, nobody's dead." And she just collects them and brings them outside, like with whatever help she's given them.
Oh yeah,
I was about to say. So, Coda, you're bringing them outside, yeah?
Mm.
Cool. When you open the door, there is a very familiar silver-faced individual. Not in the sense that you exactly know who this individual is, but you know it to be a policeman. And he's like, oh, good day, sir. We got some noise complaints from the home. I'm just checking in to make sure everything's all right. This is your residence, Mr.
No, I'm a friend of the family's. The Nilo's daughter just came home and they're quite excited. Sorry about the noise. I'll tell them to keep it down.
It's like, you sure? I don't know. Can get some ID.
It's a sort of surprise. There. It was an impromptu get together. You know, she surprised them and they were just.
Oh yeah, no, I get you. I'm still gonna need some ID.
Yeah, I'll take out the ID and show.
He's like, looks it over and he's like, "Is the daughter in question available to speak to?"
Let me just see. She's just yes. I'll see if she's around. I'll run inside and find Esme.
I'm gonna make sure he stays at the door.
Yeah. So I'll just tell Izzy to distract him, and then I'll run up and find Esme.
When Izzy appears, he's like, "Are you the daughter in question?"
Oh no, just a very lucky house guest.
Don't even. Isadora.
I grab Esme.
What I like to imagine is Esme has at some point taken off the top of her armor and she's wearing like a shirt now instead because it's just like, no, I have to move messy things and I like my armor. And she just steps out in like a white shirt with her like studded leather pants. Like, what seems to be the problem, officer?
Well, we got some noise complaints. You know, people walking by. Seems to be like a scuffle of some sort, very loud. Just a loud bang, like a. It was very weird. Just checking in, make sure everything's okay. Something smell weird to you?
I couldn't say. What seems to be the smell?
You haven't started burning yet, have you?
No, not yet.
No, it's more the vomit. He's like, smells like the
Come
vomit.
on, that's all the way upstairs.
It's on Esme.
He's just.
Oh,
it is.
Oops.
Yes, that's actually It's like, yes, my dear brother is quite sick at the moment. In fact, that's what the big noise was. He collapsed as he saw me, and as we tried to carry him back upstairs, he got sick on me.
Oh, really? Okay, because your tiefling friend said nothing happened. It was just a surprise get-together party. So, is it a surprise get-together party or I have a sick brother who's vomiting on me?
No, my brother was surprised to see me and he fainted. It wasn't really much of a thing. He just fell.
Oh, so he fainted. Oh, I apologize. Oh, but who got sick then?
He fainted, and as we carried him upstairs, he half came to, got sick on me, and we put him to bed. There's vomit upstairs.
Upstairs, you say?
Yeah.
Would you have any issue if I wish to verify that? For for your protection, madam.
What protection?
I don't really see what the purpose of that is. Why don't you believe a woman in her own house?
Can me and Risbeth be like hiding the unconscious bodies of Elias? While this is happening, we're like dragging them like.
Oh my god!
Esme has like the door kind of like like when it's like closed right up, so you can only see and Izzy's
me and
kind of
Risbeth
standing
take
there
one
and just
side
looks.
each and start carrying them off into the back somewhere, like down to the basement where Quentin was.
You can go through the basement. It's just if you do, you'll be in like perfect view.
In the view.
Of the,
is there anywhere we can go where isn't in the view of him and the stairway?
You could go around the side.
Put them into the chimney.
No, we'll kill them. Is there anywhere we can go where they won't be in view of the stairs and the foyer?
Yeah,
I want to bring them somewhere and hide them as best we can.
Yeah, if you. It's a big enough house, a lot of rooms connect back in on each other, so you can kind of go like the back and long way around where the back door will be, but it also connects into the kitchen, that sort of way, so you can kind of go around the long way to get where it you wouldn't get to the basement, but you get to either the back door, kind of essentially the dining room that isn't the living room kind of thing, or the kitchen, that sort of thing, or the pantry. There's a pantry will be in the kitchen.
Pantry sounds perfect.
Officer, is there a reason you're concerned? I believe we've given you a fairly substantial answer as to what happened.
My brother, who
I haven't seen for a very long time, fainted upon seeing me, and as we carried him upstairs to ensure that he was best rested in bed, he got sick on me, having some kind of reaction to something else he might have taken.
Can I give her advantage?
Yeah, sure. What does Izzy say to kind of chime in, essentially?
Just to corroborate the story, to say, obviously we were very excited to return home, and her parents were so happy to see her, and it's just so upsetting that this sort of put a dampener on the whole thing.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine. Yeah. Cool. Roll away there, Esme.
Izzy, are you gonna?
Well, do you want me to roll to give her advantage, or were we?
Because we said in.
Because remember we talked about that, yeah.
Yeah, the help action in combat is the help action, but outside you have to roll. Sorry, I apologize.
Yeah, no, grand. I just wasn't.
So yeah, just roll persuasion when you get a second name.
Oh god.
It sadly doesn't hit the threshold. Esme, you're on your own for this roll, friend. Just a persuasion check as you would.
Yeah, my take.
I made a mistake of touching a candle, and now I have wax on my finger.
Come on, Esme.
Yeah! It was lucky wax.
Lucky, sneaky, talkie wax. The thought policeman is like, all right, okay, I was just checking in, madam. Just doing my job. And he's like, you keep your nose clear, yeah? And he kind of taps
Officer.
the door, yes.
No, actually, it doesn't matter. Thank you, though, officer. You are.
He lingers when he's like, okay.
Sorry, no, that was actually my fault. I was going to do something. I was
sorry. Well, then he doesn't linger. He's just like, okay, yeah. And have a nice day, ma'am, kind of thing, and hope your brother gets well soon. And you just kind of taps the letterbox with his bat as he walks on, and kind of descends the steps. There was clearly a partner or a member of his I guess beat walking duo at the bottom of the steps near the gate, and they're just kind of arms folded looking around at the street kind of thing, and he's just like, nothing, slow to shit, and they both just shrug and keep walking.
Esme doesn't watch them leave or anything like that. She just kind of waits until he's left the the house gate,
yeah,
and then closes the door kind of thing. She slides down the door. So it's like, oh, it's great to be home, and she jumps back up and then starts jogging after Coda and Risbeth. It's like, where are you? What have you done?
Hiding your mother's unconscious body.
Okay.
Essentially, Phoebe and Isla was propped up in the pantry, obnoxiously snoring, and they're kind of in the process of trying to pin Elias up so they can close the door, kind of thing. Oh, hey, Esme, what's up?
Esme just like nods by and she's like, okay, at least leave them with some kind of dignity. And then she says, keep looking for those pills, I'm gonna burn the paintings. And she just
and maybe we shouldn't cause a large fire where someone can see us.
Esme like stops and turns back and she's like, you're dead right. Let's start the fire in the main room, and I mean like in the fireplace. And she
that's
just
what I mean. Like smoke coming out of a chimney isn't weird.
Yeah, that's true.
Smoke in the garden is.
That one cop off to the side is like, fire in the old Nilo place.
So Esme grabs like the rest of the paintings.
Yeah. It's more the other kind of. It takes about like an hour in total to go, up and down, burning them, waiting for
I'm
it
just
to like
thinking,
not overflow.
sorry, like instead of the pantry, could we then now move them maybe up to their bedroom? Because is it convince them that like they weren't attacked and everything's fine? So like, I want to like put them in their beds if they're gonna wake up like, oh, everything's normal and fine, nothing's wrong at all.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't put the covers over them. Just
no,
put them
literally just like rest them on the bed. So just like if they wake up in the pantry, they're gonna be really confused. So like I want to put them in the bed.
It's almost like we can sell them on the fact that they fainted upon seeing me.
Yeah.
Okay, to the fire! And she just like runs back into the main room, just starts breaking up the paint.
Yeah, it takes about an hour in total to kind of break them down, pile them up, don't let it overflow too much that starts like an actual fire. You take your time. It's a weird bonding session. But yeah, an hour later, Quentin, Phoebe, and Elias are still passed out, knocked out cold, like fucking. They're coming down. They're going to be skagging hard. The paintings are gone. Like 99.9% of like evidence that there was a struggle or a confrontation is fixed. You guys sit on the couch, kind of like that kind of thing.
Coda.
Yes.
We need to go and pay that fine as well.
We do.
Before we forget.
We do.
Where's the nearest guardhouse?
Not far. Like Esme reckons it's like a 10-minute or a 5-minute kind of like soft, like run kind of thing.
Is it that one?
Yes.
Esme says. Oh, I'm trying to think of what the best option is now. Are there keys like near the door or anything like that?
Yeah, there was there's kind of like a fruit bowl kind of thing where you put keys when you come in. Like, hi honey, I'm home, throw them in.
It's just a giant key. Esme takes out the giant key, she puts it in her pocket.
It's like floating and spinning PS1 style.
Okay, let's all just run very quickly around to the guardhouse and we'll pay off our debt and then we'll come back here and we can sleep or whatever we need to do. I don't know what time of day it is anymore. But we can also collect the rest of our stuff. How does that sound?
Sure.
I should find out if my family are on drugs.
We should find that out too at some point.
Oh, I'm just gonna put this out here. Can we not tackle them if they? Yeah.
So what do you suggest we do if your parents are on drugs and we need to dispatch with them?
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
I'm going to suggest you start thinking about that now, though.
I suggest you pull a gun on them.
No.
Let's take it a step at a time.
Esme swings open the door.
When I was talking about the dinner with Coda last week, I was making jokes about meeting your sisters. I really don't want to do it.
I told you, I warned you. You didn't believe me.
I didn't believe you, and I'm actually Coda. I'm sorry.
I feel very vindicated. Yes.
The last time I saw any hide or hair of my brother was when Mother, not my mother, but the mother of Seekers, crawled into my mind and pretty much ripped it apart. And actually, this is something Esme showed Izzy, and I just remember that. It was like, I'll remember that clearly for the rest of my life, until such a time that either the monsters behind the curtain go away or can be turned into better memories. I tried to do that with my brother earlier and he vomited on me. And I'm hopeful that means he was vomiting the bad feelings and hopefully waking up with good ones. But knowing my family, I better stick to the people I care about more. And she just kind of like shoulders into Coda. And like, because it's just something I would do, and I imagine Esme would do it with better like movement, where she just like stick her foot out towards like Izzy if Izzy is behind her. Like, the people I like, those people. Where's Bits? Where are you? There too,
Yeah.
You're good too. I could stick with you either, but I'd like to say that I can come home every now and then to these people. One last thing before we run off to confirm we paid the guards. Darren.
Yes.
Esme does a very quick jog around the perimeter of the house. Is there in fact a giant burned spot?
There is an ungodly burn spot. There is, my friend. I'm afraid.
Is it like, what do you mean ungodly? Like it's just
like there's scorch marks that indicate that scratching, like if perhaps the individual was not deceased when the fire started.
Esme pulls out the rod of Pelor and she just places it on the ground. She sticks it vertically into the ground and she says, Pelor, with your guiding light, spare this soul torment in the torment in the afterlife. And she says, Jeremy, I'm sorry this went the way it went. And
the rock glows, and you see some of the like burn marks recede into normal grass.
She whips the rod back out and she says, oh God, I hope we don't have to beat my parents better. She's ready to go.
Cool. So I suppose last order of business, does anyone want to declare, or is it a case of we cut to the party walk into the watch building to be like, hi, I'm Jim, I'm paying this bill?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, Bill first. We'll deal with other stuff after.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, cool. So when you enter the guardhouse, behind it seems to be kind of a bit refurbished. All guardhouses kind of seem to have the same layout, but now they've just got one major desk in the middle when you walk in. Loads of seating areas for waiting to be seen by Detective Bill or Jane.
And we see Sheriff Harkin.
They're locked. Yes, don't worry. Yeah, no.
Just I am not getting back to find out.
I ain't gonna be that guy. He gets out and there's just blood on the wall. It's like, gotta eat the biscuits, and it's just Phoebe's running around with a fucking knife. Anyway, there is a behind the main desk, the front large desk, is an ICM individual. And when you come in, they beckon you over, and it's like, citizen.
I know Dakota forward.
Yeah, sorry. I thought, it was me. Sorry, yeah, I'll go forward. Yeah.
What is the reason for your visit?
I wanted to pay this fine.
Do you have your ticket?
Yeah, I held up the ticket.
He takes it, and he looks it over, and he's like, do you have the money?
Yeah, I hand him the coin purse.
And he's like, please wait. And you see him kind of rotate to the right, and he's kind of fidgeting with something behind the counter. And he looks back over the code, and he's like, here you go. And hands you essentially a receipt confirming that it's been paid.
I thank him politely and then turn and leave.
Coda, buddy, Coda, buddy. When you're like, oh, thank you. Behind him over the wall is a wanted poster for a tiefling that looks a hell of a lot like you.
Oh, boy.
This individual doesn't act on it, nor does anyone in the room. But it's just a case of you see it over his shoulder.
Is there a name on it?
No, it just says wanted, for the murder of da-da-da-da-da-da. Extremely armed and extremely dangerous.
Cool. Yeah, cool.
So yeah, no, cool. So you guys
Yeah, cool.
like leave,
Yeah, cool.
Hey, Coda, put your scarf clothes on.
Yeah.
So yeah, the party walk out into the busy streets. The city watch houses behind them. It's like what, kind of like 3 in the evening kind of thing. I'd say it's been a long kind of like you guys did been around a lot. Like traversing the city seems to take longer now. There's weird creatures walking around spying on literally every single thing anybody does at any given time, at any given moment. And you guys bet the shit out of the Nilos.
That was the best thing I've ever done in D&D. Like, that was amazing. Darren, actually, quick question. Do we see any pigeons around?
As Code is like, gosh, where's pigeon? Like, he just pigeon poop just slams on his jacket to the left.
What a wonderful end to this day in Yuria. I got literally shat on. Excellent.
And Rizbit's like, but it's not over yet. And he's like, I know, Rizbit. But yeah, we'll like literally leave it there. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh my
Cool.
god.
I can't believe we beat the shit out of the Nihilus.
Good game indeed, friends. That was interesting.
Well done.
I didn't think we'd have
Neil,
to
you happy?
do the Nilo stuff until
I'm-
ages.
Oh, that was
I
so
did not think that
fun.
was. Oh yeah, no bothering. Good night, my friend.
Good night,
Night,
guys.
Ian.
Love you.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
I did not think we'd be doing the Nilo stuff straight away. That was great.
I just knew I didn't have the money, and I was just like, no, I'm going to have to make sure someone else pays for this.
So I paid for it, yeah?
Well, no, the Nilos did. The
Oh,
Nilos
they
gave
did!
us money.
Sorry, they did.
Yeah, Elias gave me money. Yeah.
I'll pay that back later, not directly to him. I'll end up having to do something.
I feel
for
like
him.
with the years and years of like just bad shit they've done to you, 400 gold's a small price to pay. Like honestly.
See, the whole trick is it's not that like they're bad people, but so is Esme. Like Esme's not the worst of them, but like it's that whole thing. It was like they're all around awful to each other kind of thing. So it's like, and Esme's whole thing at the moment is just like, I should probably forgive my parents because they're human. Well, I think they're not humans, but it's like they're people. They are mortal. They have flaws like the rest of us, and that's her whole shtick. Where it's like you just have to accept this. But then she came home and her parents were really nice, too nice, and her brother's beyond reproach, and now the paintings have burned, and now it's just a good day. I'm really excited for the girls to come home because if it's
Who's Celeste
true,
dating? Because I know Tess is the
I
one
don't
with
know.
Ball, right?
But if Tessa is dating Baal, and they both walk in, and it's like a Team Rocket disguise where Esme immediately should recognize Baal but doesn't, or she does.
Oh, excellent.
She won't tackle Baal. She'll tackle Tessa and just be like, "Why are you dating the god of murder, you stupid?"
Celeste is dating the Shroud.
I swear to God, Darren. Or it's going to be another Seeker or something. It's just like, I hate you.
Celeste is dating Kit.
Yeah, what if it is Kit?
It's definitely not.
I hope it is.
No,
because...
no, please God, no.
No, if that was happening, because then Esme would be like, "Oh, Coda, we'd be like siblings," and then she'd just turn around and it's like, "Oh, you're gonna hate each other, and you're gonna divorce, and you're gonna fight," and she's just gonna take a lot of joy from it.
I mean, I know my brother's like literally evil, but he deserves better than Celeste.
Wow.
Celeste is just a businesswoman.
So is Kit. Oh God, they're perfect for each other.
I'm going to go to bed
Yep.
because I keep forgetting that I have things to do.
Yeah, I
Not
have
like
work. I have to get up at like
That's-
half
oh
six.
yeah, that's
Oh
fair.
God,
Yeah, I don't
should
want
go.
to keep you up anymore.
Okay.
Right. Night, guys. Great
Night.
game.
I'm gonna stop the stream
Night.
now.
And,
Good night.
Oh yeah, good night stream.
Good night.
Good night stream. Good night, guys.